Oh, that's the song they were playing when they shot the gorilla in the zoo that day. But, gorilla started it. All right, it is the Bennington Show on a Thursday, Unmasked with Big J tonight. Then a big show following. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But this is the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. And we will be with you for the next 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. But 4 o'clock today, because this is the show that loves and just keeps giving, you can hear GPS, 4 o'clock, on Deep Tracks, Channel 27. It's the show that we took a look at Minneapolis. Got a lot of emails from people from Minneapolis.
Really?
Yes, being very excited that certain bands were played. One guy that Chris couldn't get back to, who wanted to tell us more bands that were played, and then he says to me, he goes, dude, I know the whole 70s scene, and nobody else knows it. Let me, know about it. I heard from people yesterday, Chicago scenes. Because I was, looking at Chicago, obviously as blues.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
We'll go under these.
I know. I would be very interested to delve into that. There's a couple cities I think that need to be revisited because they have so many different time periods, different genres.
Oh, yeah. We got to go right back to Memphis for the Stack scene. But there's other cities we got to get to first. There's about 4 or 5 different London scenes that are great. Los Angeles, of course. And there's a little soul scene in Philadelphia that I can't wait to play.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
So, Deep Tracks people, we haven't burned out on you yet. I'm always ready for when we say, haven't we done enough of this? But since it's once a month, it never feels like work.
And I kind of feel like we have made Deep Tracks our sister channel.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
You know what I mean?
I always think of Opie as our sister channel.
That is our brother channel.
Oh, okay. That's our brother. So we have a brother channel and a sister channel. All right, so tonight is Unmasked. I've been researching Big J. Okerson, and I'm going to give away a fun fact just to let you know how my research goes.
Okay.
When he was a child, and I'm saying like under the age of 1, he ate baby food, not even, and he lived on it.
Really?
Like he didn't eat any meat, vegetables, just this gooey, terrible stuff called baby food.
No solids, huh?
No solids at all. So I don't want people saying, during an Unmasked. I want it to be like, this should be an interesting thing.
I'd like for you to get to the bottom of that because I think that could be the key to his comedy.
And from what I understand is he only drank something called a baba, but I don't even know what that is. So this is the kind of doors I'll be opening with Big J. Okerson. And we're playing that not tomorrow, but next Friday, right?
Yes, next Friday.
And next Friday, we will also be in the District of Columbia with Ali Wong. And I believe this is the first dates that she's done since her special.
Oh, that's so cool.
She stayed home with the baby.
Yeah. I mean, she was very pregnant for her special.
Really pregnant.
So very pregnant. So I would imagine she had to take herself a little maternity leave.
Mm-hmm. She was 8 centimeters when she did this.
She was crowning. I saw it.
Was she? I don't like to get in that close. I stay up near the face. You're doing okay. I don't want to look in there and see a baby head. It's too... Don't want to ruin all the other feelings I have about it. Get down, get down. Oh boy. I gotta get on Vito about setting me up in the morning. Although he is the king of Snapchats, I saw his new kids on the block today. So instead of taking a snap of the new kids on the block, we got to see the poster of the new kids on the block. But I also heard Miss USA was in here.
Oh.
She's she's in the military and she's Miss USA. I caught her during halftime the other night.
Yeah, I did not watch the actual program.
Giant mistake.
But I did see that now is this our first military?
Oh, so glad you did. Yes, of course.
Oh, God.
I'm just so glad that you said.
Now,
but yes, of course.
Let me search for the correct term here.
Yeah, it is military. Chris, for everybody in the Bay Area, jinxed your Golden State Warriors last night.
How does it happen every time?
Because you're a terrible person. Stay out of this, and let's let the teams and their athletic talents be the benefactor of this. Let's you stay out of this.
Curry had more fouls than points at one point in the first half. I was watching this thing go down. I was just shocked. I couldn't believe what the fuck was going on.
Well, if you've been watching along the last couple of weeks, Curry is not Curry for some reason. And him turning down going to win the easy gold medal in Brazil, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
I know.
And he said, I don't want to go. And it ain't because of mosquitoes. It's because something's wrong, either mentally or physically. I mean, the guy could be just burnt. It's not easy carrying the torch of the NBA around all this time. But anybody who knows sports know if you lose 2 on the road, you go back home and you win. This is what teams do. They have LeBron. They're not going to be swept anyway. So it was a dumb bet. It was a bet of somebody who doesn't pay any attention. Now, let me speak in your vernacular. Yeah. It's like if I went, I'm going to take the horse that's wearing green because I like green. That's basically what you did.
I feel sick.
Don't feel sick. Just don't bet on things you don't know about. Stick to losing money on things you do know about.
Yeah.
The ponies.
This week is the Belmont, this weekend, I believe.
Who cares now?
Yeah, there's no one in play for the Triple Crown.
Yeah, but don't you watch
anyway?
Throw
some cash down, yeah.
You only watch if it's Triple Crown?
Doesn't it, I mean, feel crazy that it's already the Belmont?
Yeah.
It's like it blew through this year. Nobody, it's like everyone burnt out on last year. I think when we found out when someone wins the Triple Crown, you don't care. And that ruined horse racing for everyone because we all thought we would care.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
It was just a fun moment, but it didn't stick around the way it should have.
Yeah. I mean, it was 35 or 36 years in between Triple Crown winners.
I thought it was more.
It's no longer a legendary thing.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. We thought it was going to be a big deal. It wasn't. Maybe we could send Vito there to Snapchat it.
Yeah.
It's at the Belmont, Vito.
Vito is taking, first of all, he's blowing past Joe like there is tomorrow. Joe's like, well, now that Joe is answering to Spencer Berger, I don't know what's going on in his world. But not only is Vito dominating on Snapchat, he's also starting on Comedy News. He's got a big Kevin Hart rock story up on the iBank today.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, we're in the age of Vito. I don't know what happened 2 days ago. I thought his career was over. And now I'm like, I don't know. Is he the comeback kid?
He's just like hulked out. You just saw that shaking Hulk arm.
Or the fact that he brings up The Rock every day and we tell him to shut up and now there's finally something to talk about. Is there anything to this story? Yeah,
no, it's just that they're doing some really cool stuff promoting their new movie on Periscope. They actually did the first ever Snapchat Q&A. They did a live Q&A on Periscope. They've been all over Good Morning America.
Yes, everyone does this every week that they come out. They just added Snapchat.
They brought AMA to Snapchat.
They know how to reach the youth, guys.
Well, there was we'll get to it a little later on, but there was a piece saying that the millennials don't go to movies. And I'm like, aren't we fucking making every movie for young, stupid fanboys? Wasn't that the point of why we can't have good movies?
I think that those fanboys probably aren't millennials. I think that the majority, I mean, maybe they're at the end of millennials. But I feel like most of those fanboys are like people who were even like 30s to 40s, I feel.
All right. So the millennials just aren't part of it. Maybe the millennials are turned off by fucking these stupid movies that they put out every week.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's the millennials don't have pocket change.
I know this. When I read this story about how Hollywood is fucking up with these big movies and sequels, I just sent a quick Snapchat. And that was the end of it. I hope it got to them because I'm not sure if I'm using it right. I'll just text.
Oh, it's confusing.
I'll just text it.
The story and everything. I don't understand it.
What's this? This is yours, Chris. It's up there about kids drawing giraffes.
All right, so this video's been passed around online.
Okay.
It's parents took this video of their children's drawings of giraffes, and then they passed it around. And I just want you to see the actual drawings. See if this thing seems
All right, there's
real.
like a little toddler girl.
Yeah.
Cute kid.
She's adorable.
What they are again?
Now look at the drawings.
I hate to say it, but that looks like a penis.
Those look like a couple of penises.
These by myself, they're a family.
Right, they're nothing but
The
penises.
baby.
There's 6 dicks.
It's the big sister, Mommy.
I'm really uncomfortable with
And then
this.
the big ones you can mix up
Yeah.
because they're like the same.
Tell me about explain to me what all these what's what. Tell me.
Okay, Abby, can you get down, please?
Abby, get out the way.
This is their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's their head, and then here's the bottom, and these are their big legs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh, God. I'm very uncomfortable.
Describing what she says is a giraffe. My point is, these parents put their kids up to this to go viral. This ain't real.
You know what I think happened?
What's that?
I think this guy calls his penis a fucking giraffe.
Oh, no. I hope that's not true.
And this is basically a sketch for the fucking, to turn into the cops.
Oh, no. This should
Why
be
would you even... this is going to be a Chris story every single time.
I know. It always is. And, Chris, I mean, there might be innocence here. Chris, it doesn't necessarily mean...
I think there's innocence, but this guy just wants to go viral with his funny joke.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I think that she's going to go to the fucking zoo with her class, and they're going to say that's a giraffe. Then she goes, that's not a giraffe. You see a giraffe in the shower.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I hate that you brought this story in, Chris.
I know. It makes me so uncomfortable.
This
Yeah.
guy just wants some hits. That's all he wants.
Well, what do you want out of it? That's what I'm asking.
I know. You want to see a kid drawing a bouquet full of dicks.
Do you understand? No. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Gail and I have the GPS show. We're doing the Big Unmasked tonight.
Yep.
Next week is Comedy 101.
Yeah.
That's sold out. Do you honestly feel like we need you bringing this fucking weird shit into our lives right now? The answer is no.
Okay.
Save this for high society.
No more.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to just have a certain level of sophistication on the show that doesn't involve dick drawings.
Thank you. Where do you hear the fucking promo that he puts together that he has the Sirius XM show take the back seat to Legions of Skanks? Legions of Skanks gets on Big J's thing above the bonfire.
Oh, I see your priorities there.
I was just, everything could always be changed. That's all.
We're hours before the show.
I know.
You had no idea until I pointed it out to you.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stand. Big J. Okerson, unmasked. Legion of Skanks! And the bonfire. Ba-ba-ba-dum-dum.
I can see your loyalties, Chris.
I was just building. I was building it up. That's what I felt I was doing.
You building up who? Legion of Skanks?
No, is that Legion of Skanks? Then the bonfire?
That's not the way things happen. Do you think that happens when you're promoting a fucking rock show where you're going to say, see Mikey D's band and you too? You know what I mean? There's a reason something's called headlining.
You gotta punch it. Punchy.
Did not punch it.
Stop acting like a fucking little baby. I'm going to go low with this. It's just fucking stupid. Joey Jojo, what's your big story?
Have you guys ever wondered how
Don't
much
fucking
money?
eyeball me, Jack.
Have you guys ever wondered how much money a multi-million-dollar movie each person makes on there?
Well, I was going to ask you about the fucking London story.
Oh yeah, that too.
What is the what's the story?
London opened its first nude restaurant, and it already has 40,000 people signed up.
So are the servers nude or the customers are nude?
Customers are completely free. Completely.
This is a titty bar that serves food. We've had this in this country for 1,000,000 years. And you know what everyone says? I don't want to eat off the buffet. I'm all gacked up. There's fucking pussy juice flying.
But wait, are the diners nude as well?
The diners are also nude. Everyone's free and expressing themselves the way they choose.
You just said that the diners weren't nude.
No. The patrons are going there and signing up because they get to shed their clothes.
All right, but let me ask you this. There's places where, like, there's nude beaches and stuff like that. Haven't those people always dined nude?
Here's what I'm going to say about it. I think it is the solution to a problem that does not exist. So, for example, you want to be nude swimming. You're like, oh man, wearing this bathing suit, it annoys me. Sunbathing, nude, I get it. There are certain things that are more comfortable nude. I don't think eating is one of those things where I'm eating and I'm like, these clothes are really getting in the way of
even
enjoying
like
this
if you're in a
experience.
fucking nude, whatever these places are called when they're not, you still have to carry a towel with you to sit down when you sit, thus proving we need pants. Now, Chris, I don't know what you do in Astoria, but I know Long Island City has its share of titty bars, right?
There's about 5 or 6.
Do any of them serve food?
No. It's just straight booze.
When you're in Florida, there's some they consider themselves, upscale, so you can get steaks or lobster or whatever, but they fucking. Well, the patrons aren't. First of all, if the patrons were nude, right? Someone's getting fucked. That's going to happen.
Right.
So why would you even want to fucking be in a titty bar? There's girls dancing, right?
Yeah.
There's girls dancing in this.
No, this is just a normal restaurant. Think of it as like any restaurant, Hell's Kitchen, only everyone's naked. The patrons are naked.
And so what is the attraction?
That you don't have to wear clothes while you eat.
But that is not an attraction. We know that from living at home.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how often do you dine nude at home? There's other things maybe you like to do nude at home. But I don't think eating is one of those things. I don't think the clothes are holding back my dining experience.
Here's what I think you should do. If you really want to act like this is a different thing, then wear your clothes into the shower. Because that's more different than if you ate naked.
Now, I know...
The waitress is naked.
Everyone's naked.
Hold on. Is the chef naked?
I don't think the chef is naked for health reasons.
All right. Wait, you're just bringing up a health issue.
Well, a lot of those stoves, they're a genital
It's
level.
not a normal restaurant. I know you don't read the story. You read the headlines. All right, let's go around. Chris, would you go to this place?
Hell no.
You wouldn't even try it once.
All right, I'll try. Okay, I'll go
I would just want to see he turns it around. He is fucking not committing today.
Do you have to eat
But at least
naked
you
there?
stopped eyeballing.
Yes.
What?
Do you have to eat naked there?
Yeah, you can't be the one creep in clothes just staring at all the
Now the creep has pants on.
I want to be the guy at the nude beach. With
Why is he wearing
bathing suit.
sunglasses?
I can't imagine the circumstance in which I would want to try. It's not because I'm being prudish about it either. I just think the clothes protect me from the food that I'm eating. It's not comfortable.
All right, now I'm looking this over. You haven't read shit. There's a gown if you want it, and then you can remove the gown. It's up to you. You do not read the articles you step in. Are there pictures?
There are pictures.
You see the people there. Some of them have clothes on. This is, you know what this is? We don't have a good chef, so what kind of hype can we do?
So this is a clothing optional restaurant. That's what it is. So it's like they give you like a robe, and then they say you are free to disrobe if you want to be naked while you dine.
You can be naked. Which if I was there, I'd be naked in a heartbeat.
You would like to dine nude.
Yeah, I'd be manspreading it too.
You manspread. By manspread, it doesn't mean pull your cheeks apart or let a bigger boy fucking put his penis in you. All right, take your clothes off now, though, Joe. If that's your fucking scene, I'll walk you right down the fucking hall. I'll take you to a walk of fucking shame right down the hall. And I'll go, look at him. He's a bad boy.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Vito will take you to the kitchen. He'll hook you up with some snacks. He'll snap the whole thing. If you want to eat naked.
You're really promoting Vito a lot now.
If he puts
because of snack time. And then what was the one with you where you were the 40s?
This is Bennington Snap Movie Moments.
Yeah.
So using the filters to recreate classic movie moments.
And what film was that?
That was from Double Indemnity, which I believe 2 people got. Larry from Yonkers got it.
Of course he did.
I know. It was almost too fast. And then someone else, I'm going to give them a shout out later when I find out. But 2 people got it.
Strong.
Oh yeah, it was an obscure one.
Dave, San Francisco.
Buddy, I know this is an XL channel. I'll just put it this way. Could you imagine the burnouts Pepper would leave on the chairs?
Well, first of all, that's disgusting on 8 different levels.
So many.
But Chris, you also don't want to be known for that.
I don't.
But you've set up that reputation.
Because of the box in there.
Just because there's gas doesn't mean...
Now you can't because we have a family intern.
That's over with.
You're going to have to hold it from now on.
That seems dangerous, but I'm going to try.
There's no danger in that.
Here's Steve, Brooklyn. Steve.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask at this new restaurant in London if there are bearded clams on the menu.
See, that's going to be the whole thing. It's going to be how big is your sausage? You say it to the waiter. And you know what I mean? Like, I just went to go out for a meal. I don't want to fuck around like this. You're going to meet some fucking scumbag. I'm here every day for lunch. Who's that?
I don't know.
That dude looks cool as shit.
That dude looked really cool, and he had a cool hat.
You know, we always have this scene here. Like, this is like the only place, like, we were just down in the lobby, and you see some, much older gentleman, and he's wearing like an $800 jacket. And you're like, I don't know who he is, but he's got to fucking be somebody.
He's somebody important.
Because you don't normally find, retired age people that, like, really feel like they need that jacket. All right, everybody is just fucking saying stuff about Chris being at the nude restaurant.
Do they want him to be there or they don't?
I think fucking Carlos Spence says he's going to look at my meat titties.
It's not nice.
That's mean.
I mean,
I would just enjoy my meal if I was eating there.
No. Oh, God. Look at this picture.
What is this?
There's people sitting with takeout food on their naked bodies.
Oh, God.
It's really fucking gross. All right. Then I'm going to have trouble even saying this. The Queen said, Pepper's going to mule over... Let me try it again. Pepper mules all the leftover buttered rolls. And I had a tough time even getting that out because I made a picture in my head.
What's her beef with me?
I guess that you put rolls up your butt.
They actually have a sign in this restaurant that said, shirt, shoes, no service. Take your pants off. Let's go.
Mm-mm. Yeah, what if you're just like, you're comfortable with just one thing? Like, you're just like, I'm fine with shirt, but no bottoms.
I would still wear a belt. And only a belt.
Good. I'll walk you right down the fucking hall right now, mister. Let these people know what a bad boy you are.
Fine. If there's lunch at the end of that hallway.
You're fucking saying that? Yeah, I'll take you to the snack bin.
By the way, the other person who tweeted the correct answer was Army Brat Ray Ray.
All right,
WP.
Army Brat Ray Ray. You got Turner Classic Movies. You ever get into a Turner Classic movie thing and just stay with it?
Yeah.
I was in the 70s the other night, maybe Saturday or Sunday night. Just fucking the 7-Ups, French Connection. And I'm like, I had no idea how slow these movies were. I had no idea that the guy would drive home and we'd go the whole entire distance with him.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what the last time, I think it might have been when I saw Vertigo, like BAM screened Vertigo, so I wanted to see it on the big screen.
That's fucking great.
Yeah. And I remember just thinking like, man, I didn't realize like it really takes a while to get moving. I mean, Psycho is the same way. It takes forever.
Psycho takes forever.
Yeah. Forever.
You could have started that movie with the stabbing. That's how fucking long it takes. And that's another one. When she drives from like San Francisco to wherever she's going, and we're in the car with her the entire time.
I know. It's actually a drive in real time.
I actually said to the movie, "Are we there yet?" But I took Eastside Dave one night out to see his favorite Indiana Jones, whatever the first one was called, and that fucking movie felt so slow, and that was the 80s.
Yeah.
There would be a long, slow fight scene, and then he would get out of it, and then he's in another long, slow fight scene. You know, he would go from fighting on a truck to just fighting in the desert. Then he's fighting on a plane or a fucking blimp or something.
Right.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking difficult.
But the action does seem like it's in slow motion compared to the way action movies are, even just the way they're shot now, not even just like the type of fighting that they do. It's just all fast paced, like quick cuts.
Well, now, too, they'll just, I mean, they show you the bones inside breaking and shit, and you're like, I don't know if this fucking has any sense of realism. I know. All right. Chris Stanley made a purchase yesterday for himself. He was telling me before you got in today. Gail, because we never know Chris to make a purchase. This is a purchase. For himself.
For yourself?
Yes, for his home.
This is an item.
Yeah. So what did he buy?
Are you finally getting a real TV?
That would make sense.
I think he bought himself an Oculus Rift.
What?
Well, first of all, why are you overshooting what this fucking ham and egger would buy? Tell everybody what you got, Chris.
I bought a Samsung VR headset, virtual reality headset.
Oh my God.
Because of the goddamn Google Cardboard. So it was like, I can't afford an Oculus Rift, but this is the next best thing.
No, it isn't.
It says it uses Oculus technology. I had to have it.
Of course. First of all, why don't you buy the fucking main thing? If you're going to waste money, start wasting.
You know, this just goes to show you, he solves one problem and he gets a new one. Yesterday, post-show, we had to do some meetings. We've got some shows coming up, some live gigs. We're going over some producing stuff. I walk into the office and he's been doing the Google Cardboard, and he's like, I can't stop. And he's like, I'm going to be doing this all night. And now I find out he bought this Samsung thing. Everything has to be an addiction with you. Everything has to be to excess.
I'm not smoking and I'm not drinking.
Right.
Okay.
It's textbook.
Yes, but this is replacement. You always have to replace something.
How is your porn shopping doing? How much porn are you watching?
Oh, constantly. It's constant porn, morning and night.
Where are you going?
Pornhub. I'm going Pornhub.
All right, here's the deal. It is textbook that you have to tell that guy back, or else there's a fucking glitch in the Matrix.
Oh my God.
Why is everything, and they're in the exact same order?
Okay, really weird.
Yeah.
That was strange.
I know, it always is weird. Now here's the deal. This fucking thing that he bought is the same as the cardboard thing, it's just made out of plastic. There's no fucking difference whatsoever.
Yeah, it uses the phone too, yeah. Same thing.
Yes, it's the same exact thing. Except for you got made one out of plastic. So you didn't go get the real gear. Can you listen? Are you hearing stuff?
Yeah, you can hear stuff, yeah.
Look at that dumb thing.
He paid an extra $50 for a headband.
Bullshit. It comes with a headband.
You got him with the truth, Chris. You got him with the truth.
He looks stupid now.
Yeah, right. Step on his joke to throw out a fact. Perfect. Now...
Oh my God. Look, that's going to be Chris.
No, that is Chris. Now, you already know from Duncan Trussell that we're in a simulator. Why do you want to be in a simulator doing a simulator? It's like having a pinball machine inside the pinball machine.
Maybe getting inside the simulator within the simulator gets you out of the simulator, because this is all I'm thinking about now. It's just virtual reality. As soon as that Google Cardboard went up to my eyeballs, that's it. I'm done. I'm looking around the rest of the world.
I'll admit that when I tried, it was very cool. It was so much cooler than I thought it was going to be, and it's very surreal. But you gotta live in the real world, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Get out, see some nature.
You know what, dude? Fucking put those glasses on and stay there. There's no other chance for you to win in this world. So do pretend winning.
Now, with every new technology, usually the first or second thought is, how can we incorporate pornography, or masturbation or whatever. So
That's probably why he got it.
Have you
Because
already?
this is how you get the porn.
Tell me right now, have you already found for the Google Cardboard porn type virtual reality?
Yeah,
world?
I found some porn last night. Whatever. So, and then, I'm going to transfer that over to the Samsung VR. No
That's
big
why
deal.
he needs that headband. He needs hands free.
How is the porn better if you're in there?
It's more immersive.
How?
It's just because you can see the room around. It's very.
Who wants to look at the room around you in porn? Most of the time, you say that they put 0 into the core.
This set is great.
He needs 360 just to be completely surrounded by dicks. That's really what he's
a nice
looking
lamp. At one point, he literally yelled out at me, "This is my life now."
Why?
I'm really excited about this virtual reality technology.
Because he's obsessed. He's got to do everything to excess.
But we're not supposed to laugh at somebody when they're an addictive personality, I think.
Thank you, Ron.
I mean, I could take you to meetings that you could just point and giggle all night long. Feel superior to everybody. But this is him not having any place to go. Which I guess this is better for you. Why don't you just go into a place and the virtual reality is you're smoking a virtual cigarette. You just see it come in and out.
I don't think that's healthy.
Did you have you seen that movie that I told you about from Brain Scan or whatever from the 80s?
No, I haven't.
What is the name of it? Brain something. I turned you on to this before. Christopher Walken is in it, and it's about the virtual reality world. Now,
Brainstorm.
Please watch it, Chris.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah, but you don't watch it in 3D fucking virtual reality.
I won't. No, I'll go 2D for this one.
And why wouldn't you talk to Santona's gun before you went and did this?
I should have. I didn't think.
Because he's into it. Kyle, that's his fucking... He's of the belief that that's where we're going.
I'm going to hit him up, find out what the best virtual reality world to jump into are.
Well, you already dropped that Honey Hun.
But I can't imagine how good an Oculus Rift is. That must be just...
What if I got you this?
Yeah.
I get you the fucking gear, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think it'll be next year before it matters. And then that'll cost you $99 next year instead of... Was it $700 now?
$600.
All right. If I get you that and a playpen, would you fucking stay in it?
And can we Periscope it?
Are we done with Periscope now, Chris? Has Vito surpassed you?
No,
It feels like
we're
that.
living in
It
a
does.
world where Periscope and Snapchat could live together.
I don't know. I just feel like you're on an old steam train, and this fucking kid is on a biplane.
Yeah.
Look, Generation Y is all about Periscope, and we got to appeal to them as well.
Isn't Generation Y the millennial?
Yeah.
Generation Y is its own thing.
No, it's not.
The same
We don't
thing.
want them if they don't fit in anywhere else. Sean, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie B. Can we go ahead and start calling Chris Sims Shady?
First of all, we know we can call Chris whatever we want. It
Yes.
just doesn't matter.
And he welcomes it. Sometimes he'll come up with it himself.
Usually has boy at the end.
Oh, shit. Can always say something.
Yeah.
He pwned you.
He did.
He doesn't pwn shit.
Wait. Owned.
Owned.
Is that going to be our summer saying? Or, I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I'm leaning towards I like it because I was doing it all last night and this morning. So it's just kind of already in my head.
Did you just go over every detail?
Yeah, like I would just pour myself a cup of coffee and say, I like it.
You're drinking a lot of coffee, dude.
I drink a fair amount.
No, you drink constantly. You're constantly drinking coffee.
I drink probably 3 cups a day.
No way.
Low end right there. She's lowballing herself.
You drink 3 cups before this show, and then you're drinking coffee at night, which I don't even understand. People who do that.
I drink it in the evening, not too late.
In the history of this show, by whatever name, you're the first coffee drinker ever.
That's amazing.
Ever.
I feel like that's rare.
Maybe in your crazy world.
I drink a 5-hour energy.
You really?
Yeah, like almost every day.
You seem like you drink a 5-hour no energy.
You drink Slow Cow or whatever that. There's like a drink that does the opposite of give you energy.
How about
chills
how
you out.
yesterday during the meeting he pitched an idea that we did last week? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Thank God Spencer stopped him.
Spencer's the guy who should be doing the full pitches for you.
I know. He's really good at it.
I'm worried about Camilla. She's already getting left behind here. And wasn't she Vito's
Yeah, Vito's pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Vito pick.
I'm kind of leaning towards calling her Vanilla or Nilla.
I like both of those. They're both really cute.
Let's say, Nilla, come on over. What do your friends call you? What is your friend's nickname for you?
She's headed in.
Oh, she's coming all the way around? Okay. She can come around if she wants. Oh, all right, there she is.
Hey.
What do your friends call you?
Cams. But,
Like Cam Newton?
no,
Can we just call you Dab? Is that the way to go with that? Yeah. Or every time you come in the room, you're dabbing?
Yeah.
Oh, God. My brother was trying to get me to dab on the street the other day. It became a physical event.
Wait, do you hang out with your brother?
I do. We're best
I
friends.
like that. Chris, do you hang out with your brother?
I don't have a brother.
I don't know. Are your parents ever going to try?
They're passed away.
Well, you got cousins?
0, Ron.
Aunts and uncles?
All passed away.
Grandparents?
I never even met my grandfathers. They're all gone.
So grandmother's gone? You're all by yourself in the world?
0 people with the Stanley last name.
So you're telling me, and all your friends dump you that you grew up with, right? So if you die in that apartment on a Friday afternoon, no one knows until probably Monday evening because we've called the police.
When I get a call from Joe and Vito going, hey, so Chris isn't here.
It'll be you guys, guaranteed.
And I'll tell you this, when the, they'll say, oh, he must have been dead for a couple of days. His body was bloated. I'll be like, no, he left here Friday. He left here Friday that way. So it could have just been 10 minutes ago. He always looks dead. All right, then I want somebody to be in charge of checking on Chris throughout the weekend.
Okay.
Snap me, I guess, or scope me.
Wait, you don't snap each other, do you?
You can send a private
You can send a private snap.
Yeah.
To one another. Chris, I haven't gotten your Saturday dick pic yet. Are you okay?
It's coming, don't worry.
You know what? Yeah. You know what's weird about this whole team, and I'm afraid to bring it up, but everyone is a piece of Fez. Like, all the weird things are still here. They're just divided up and given to different places.
Interesting.
Yeah. And really, Spencer Berger brings it all home. I mean, that is everything.
Yeah. Now we're complete.
Yeah. Now, is it Cam? Or should we go with Nilla? All right, Joe, I want you to vote.
I like Nilla.
Gail?
I do like the Nilla vanilla combo.
Here's what I like, though. I don't think you want to be on air as your real name. You know what I mean? This way you can separate it. You have times that you're here on the show, and then other times when you're with your brother and you guys are just hanging out on the street.
That's Cam.
And it gets physical. You guys are fighting with each other?
It was an ordeal because we were coming out of an NYCFC game and he's like, hey, come on, like, let's dab right now. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Like, there's no
Just
reason.
dab when he wants to.
And it was bad.
Is he older or younger?
He's a year younger than me, but he looks like he's 7 years older.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know who she also looks like? The little singer with the kitten ears.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
Ariana Grande.
Yeah. You hear that all the time?
I heard that once at a bar.
All right. Was it just now? Was that the one?
It's called cat ears.
Why are you screaming into that mic? She's talking sensibly, and you've been in the business for 8 years, and you're like this. Ah!
He's treating the mic like the way he does with the Periscope, just slamming it into his mouth.
What about the Thriller from Camilla? Is that as a way of being there for Muhammad Ali?
Okay, then we've got the Nilla sound and we've got the Cam.
Yeah.
There was I used to coach microsports for like 4-year-olds.
Wait a minute, microsports is what?
It's like all sports. It's like introduction to all sports.
How could that be?
It's a thing apparently.
So you teach kids games?
Basically, yeah. And they called me Coach Vanilla because they couldn't say my name.
That's so cute.
Coach is a good name.
Coach is good.
They called me a Chief at one point in
All
high
right,
school.
Chief. Let's go with Chief. How about Big Chief?
Yeah.
And like,
I like Big Chief.
Put it in the basket, Chief. Put it in the basket.
Yeah.
I like our little team. Chris, you've done a great job this semester for a change.
Yeah.
It's a solid intern class.
Stand a little further back from the microphone.
Normally you don't have to tell people that. It's normally the opposite.
Very happy with Big Chief over here.
Yeah. By the way, I already thought of a Snapchat that I want to do with Chris and Vito.
Okay.
What's that?
Huh? Why would I give it away, Chris? Don't you want people to go there? Oh, I forgot. You Wikipedia movies and find out what happens.
He hates a surprise. He's easily startled, I think, is why.
There's an article up on the iBank saying why you don't need coffee, that it does nothing for you, and you'd be just as good as drinking a Diet Coke in the morning when you wake up.
As far as just how the caffeine affects you?
Yes.
I think, but at this point, I don't just drink coffee for like, oh, I can't wake up without it. Now it's tied into a few things. It's like a ritualistic. I like the flavor. It sets the tone for the morning. I don't like.
All right, and for you, this is a sweet thing. For Chris, it's like a compulsion.
Yeah.
Whenever he needs to do something all the time.
But Chris would never not be drinking coffee if he was a coffee drinker.
If you read this article, it would show you that all the rituals you were talking about are irritating and bad for you. They're all bad for a person to get up and do that same thing every day. Each one of those things you're talking about is not helpful. Just be open to it, Chris. Gail, you're constantly trying to get Chris to quit things.
You're right. You're right.
Quit coffee, Gail.
But then I'm going to be... He loves to jump in with you.
I know. You know why? Because I am, and this is a sad thing to say, his family. And I feel bad for both of us when I say that.
You guys do have a special bond. Maybe one I'll never understand.
We don't understand it, nor do we like it. Although I'll be using a producer from the Opie show for something I have coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Chris?
No.
I feel I should be there.
What's that?
I feel I should be there.
I know you feel you should be, but were you asked by any of the powers that be?
No, I was not.
So you are not, let me put this in a way that you can understand.
Okay.
You're not wanted. You are not up to the task.
What if I'm just like here, just, let's say, hovering to make sure everything's going okay?
Yes, it's the best thing for a creative environment. A hover.
And it's always good for a producer. Hovering without purpose.
I'm not wanted. That's why, in case something happens.
And then you can come over and go like this. I just wanted to whisper into your ear for a second, okay? Can you hear me from here? Or am I overmodulating like when I use a mic? Let me know. What are you looking at on your phone?
I was looking at the time.
Why? There's a clock right there.
And you have also four
There's
different
actually
screens.
6 more clocks in front of me.
You're a slave to that groove.
I don't like that. Slave to the groove.
You're a
Chris
slave
Stanley
to the groove.
Story. All right, you wanted to bring up paychecks in movies?
Yeah, so
the London story.
So have you guys ever wondered how much on like a multi-million-dollar movie, how much everyone gets paid?
No.
Well, now we have it.
Well, I have the answer for you.
I have the answer.
So you feel like your way of contributing to the show is you reading an article to us.
No, I mean, I was genuinely curious about this when I saw it because I always wondered how much the director makes. Lead actor number 1, lead actor number 2, the PD.
It's just not true. That's lead actor number 1 does not make the same thing in every movie. You know
These
what I mean?
are just based on averages. It's not
an
the exact-
average doesn't. Let's say you take somebody that makes $1 million and somebody that makes $10,000, and then average out their two incomes. So you have independent films and you have giant blockbusters. You've had directors that have had hits and directors that have never had hits. Let's say, what's his name? Duncan Jones, the director, and he's done these small sci-fis, right? Yeah. Now, he just took on Warcraft, right? It's his first giant budget movie. Do you think that he would be getting the same money as a Michael Bay? No. Not going to happen.
No
Not going to happen. Because he's going to be like, you know what? If I take this, I could probably get 5 more, you know?
Right.
So go ahead and bring it up.
All right. So this is averaged from $200 million. So
$200 million.
So that's the full budget.
Yeah, the full budget. So the director averages $4 million.
But first of all, that's not how to get a conversation going. You don't just tell us the answer and we go, oh, this is fucking radio, Joe. This whole thing that you're doing, we could have a conversation rather than you reading a list to us. We could see who's fucking closer. Now, $4 million, like I said.
Right.
No way Michael Bay works that cheap. No fucking way.
Yeah, that's got to be definitely under what he makes. Although it's more than what I would imagine. It was higher than what I would have imagined the average for that to be.
Well, this is the average.
Yeah.
All right. So I doubt very much for $200 million movie.
Yeah.
Then you want to fucking turn it over to somebody and say, here is, like, let's go Paul Feig. You know he's getting more than $4 million to be doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
Movie.
Yeah. If you have that kind of notoriety, you're not just like the guy who swings in and does like, you know, maybe you've done a couple small movies here and there, but like there are certain directors, like their name carries so much weight.
like the guy who did the Batman movies or J.J. Abrams or, you know what I mean? Like, so this $4 million, what does it even tell you? That it could go from 500,000 to 12, 15 million. And a lot of those guys get back-ended. And they get added in as producers, so that money goes there.
And if you're a woman actor, they just get paid less also. So that has to be taken into account too.
Yeah, the fact that they're not saying actor and actress is bullshit.
Yeah, male lead, female lead. Very significantly different.
But either way, how many people actually put asses in the seat?
Yeah, I mean, in any big budget movie, you've got to say you've got, what, maybe 4 or 5 names, and then 1, maybe 2 people who are actual draws.
If you have 2 people that are actually draw in a movie, I'm shocked. Like a lot of big stars, or a lot of people we perceive as big stars, I don't even think they're a draw. Now, Vito's favorite actor, The Rock.
Yes.
If we were making up our top 50 most talented actors, he's not in there. But he's definitely a draw.
Yeah.
He definitely brings people to a movie.
Where people go, oh man, I need to see the new Rock movie.
Only Vito and his buddies would do that. I mean, none of us would.
Right.
I don't think I've ever been to a theater and saw The Rock. I've seen him on, once they get to TV. But I've never get in the car, everybody, we're going to go see The Rock. So how's this making sense?
So it's still, averaged out from 200 million. And then it just shows you the basic ranking pretty much of each actor.
What is he talking about?
All right.
now?
So let's say the producers, what would you imagine most executive producers make on a film?
There's no way to know because you could just throw somebody. Most executive producers don't work on a film.
Right.
Not at all.
Usually it's that they actually got money for the film, right?
Sometimes they got an actor for the film. They became an executive producer. Sometimes because they're owed things on other films. They get, you take a Steven Spielberg and just to have him at the studio, they just put his name on different films. So you could say Steven Spielberg presents or whatever. So there's no way to even know what an executive producer does.
What about a director of photography? You're like, okay, we've got a $200 million movie to make. What would you say is in the budget for a director of photography?
I'm going to tell you this. I've never even thought about that. I'm going to say a director of photography makes anywhere from, for a giant movie like that.
Yeah, big.
$500,000 to 900,000.
That was kind of the range I was thinking. I can't imagine it being more than
What do you
half a
got?
million.
900,000.
Wow. There you go.
And
yeah.
he's saying that is an average.
Right.
So there are people that get a lot. First of all, I don't believe any of these fucking numbers. There's no way this is an average of shit. You're not giving us the science on this. What films are we talking about? I mean, if you're averaging off films, I'd like to know the films.
Right.
I'd like to hear, here's the list of 20 films, and here's the average.
They based it off of all the movies with a $200 million budget.
I know that you're saying that, but what are the movies? Because I don't believe this thing. If it's 3, is it 50? What is it?
Yeah, that's not listed. What specific movies they don't have.
Yeah. Or how many?
Or how many, no.
So we don't know whether we got an average that even works. All right, give us the next one.
Okay.
Give us the actor.
How much does the lead actor make?
Now, the funny thing is this is probably less than it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you would take a big movie star and then offer him like against 10% of the fucking gross.
Yeah.
So, it would be like 10, 15, 20 million against 10% of the gross. It used to be a big star you're going to get for 20 million or more. I'm going to say it's dropped down to 15 million now. What would you say?
I was going to say 6 to 8. Is that
low? Yeah, that's very low for the biggest stars. What do you say?
I feel 12 million.
12 million. So you're 6 to 8. You're 12 million. What do you got, Joe?
$12 million.
Now, who's getting 12 million though? Let's say this. Who could we get for 12 million? Because I know we can't get everybody.
Yeah.
I know you ain't
can't
getting Tom Cruise for 12 million. It ain't fucking happening.
I think you're getting Robert Downey for 12 million.
No fucking way.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. But let's be honest here. Let's go back to this. How many people are entering our big budget movie because Bradley Cooper's in it? I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
If I had him for a rom-com and I was saying it was 6 million, I'm going to take it. But 12 million for a big action movie? No, because he's not going to get the same audience.
What about J-Law? Is J-Law in the 12 million range?
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's in the 12, $15 million range. And she's proven that she'll do shit for that. I mean, she'll put on blue makeup, which that movie bombed, right?
Universally panned, did not do very well at all, no.
I don't care whether it's been panned or not. All these fucking movies should be panned by thinking people. But did it make any money?
It made some money internationally, but here it did shit.
You could look it up. We have Box Office Mojo. We don't have you guessing international figures. Do you think I came to you for your expertise? Can I take the fucking virtual reality glasses off, Chris? We're doing a show.
It's just
You're
cool.
driving me nuts.
Chris,
if I'm at that unmasked tonight and I look over and I see you with virtual reality glasses on, I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
Domestic, it made 122 million.
Sounds pretty good to me. What did the other X-Men's make?
The budget was 180 million. I'll find out the other
Okay,
X-Men.
so that fucks.
Yeah, this one they fucked up.
And like that one, did she get 12 mil for that? Because there's tons of stars in those X-Men's, right?
There's a shitload of people in it, and I think they just brought her on last minute also, so I don't even think she was in it all that much.
So they probably threw her $5 fucking mil to come in for a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah. Throw the blue makeup
I
on,
guess I'll do it.
get choked out by Oscar Isaac and leave.
They also will promise movies oh, hey, if you do a sequel, we'll pay you this much percentage more. And then the sequel after that will give you
I
even
wouldn't
more.
want that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that fucking deal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to lock in that I'm getting a percentage more until I found out how the movie's doing. But that's what I fucking hate, that you say to somebody, do you want to be in Star Wars? Yeah, I guess so. Well, you got to be in 6 of them. You
then.
can't get out of it. You're going to be making shitty movies forever.
Highest grossing X-Men movie made 234 million. Lowest grossing made 122, and that's Apocalypse right now.
Apocalypse Right Now.
That's what they named it? Apocalypse Right Now?
X-Men Apocalypse.
But where did the right now come from?
It's current. It's still in theaters.
Oh, got it. I thought that the name of this movie was Apocalypse Right Now.
Oh my God.
The apocalypse is happening. When?
Do you not understand Apocalypse Now? That's what we're laughing
Apocalypse
about.
Now. As in Apocalypse Right Now.
This is you adding in,
Right.
just proving that you're not laughing with anyone. You know what it's like? It's like somebody tells a fucking joke in the car, and then the baby's in the baby seat, and he's just howling because he hears laughter. But you don't even know what we're laughing
Joe
about.
is just always in the state where he's like, we're having fun, right, guys?
Everybody's laughing.
I mean, we do like jokes, don't we?
So Sandy.
Love Sandy.
We got to get Sandy to drop in one day.
I would love that.
Yeah. She'll come in and do an hour a day, but she'll show up for her hour.
Yeah.
A lot of these fucking mutts still, they phone it in.
Not her.
I'm doing the show from my bed. Is that a show then?
It's called nap time.
Let's see. What's up? I got my pillow here. Lunch. You don't want to do a show when your chick is bringing you in a tuna fish sandwich. And where you're also
nice.
That's good, yeah.
Rye bread?
I don't eat white bread. Too Caucasian for me. Too fucking Caucasian. GPS. Saturday. 4:00 today.
Yep.
I was going to say Saturday, but that was last week. 4:00 today. Deep Tracks. Channel 27. 27 is a great number, by the way.
Yeah, there's something about that number I think is very, it's solid.
You know what? I think that 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever see.
But what about 2?
Well, that can be as bad as 1. It's the loneliest number since the number 1 burr. They say the reason why Hollywood's fucking up so bad is because of the sequels and squeakquels. They had all the Ghostbusters on the Jimmy Kimmel show last night.
Yeah. I think the squeakquels have been out of control for some time now.
Yeah.
That it has been going on for too long. The squeakquels and the reboots.
Well, they had all the Ghostbusters on, past and present, last night. And the old Ghostbusters say that they love the new Ghostbusters. They said that they were cheering like a sports game at the end. I'm like, what happens at the end of this movie that you start cheering like this? A lot of times I think they're rebooting the people who don't even know the first one, which always surprises me. That you'll go back. It's like, remember when they did like some old 70s TV shows? And you're like, why? First of all, those 70s TV shows were never good, Starsky and Hutch, let's say. And then they do the new Starsky and Hutch for an entire generation who didn't watch the old Starsky and Hutch. And there's parodies of Starsky and Hutch stuff in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, who the fuck is this for?
I don't know. You're right. I guess I didn't really think of that. That was completely aimed at an age group that never saw that show.
It's constant. Flintstones, Addams Family. And you're like, well, these kids that are going to the movies didn't see the first.
They did a Dark Shadows reboot.
Dark Shadows had such a short shelf life in like the 60s. It wasn't never even shot in color.
It was a black and white soap opera about vampires.
Talk about slow moving, too. Because those things are on YouTube. Go watch it. And they literally, in the scenes, move slow. Like the vampire will just slowly walk behind someone.
He's right there.
I love when they'll like pick up the cape to hide their fangs until the last second.
Yeah.
Why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Vampires are dumb.
Here's John in Texas. John.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, buddy.
I want to ask you, do you think that Deadpool, the next Deadpool?
Oh, damn, I went through your question. You think the next... Oh, there you are.
You're back.
John, God, do you think the next Deadpool, and then you cut out?
Oh, is going to have more stars in it, seeing how it only...
All right, we're going to let you go there. obviously, yeah, they always bring back more stars.
Yeah.
Probably will be The Rock, because they put him in the second and third of a lot of fucking movies.
He's the Squeakle King.
Yeah.
Now, what to you even warrants a sequel? Like, what would have to happen for you personally?
For me, then never. You know, if I have the movie's done, I don't feel like, hey, I wonder what happened in the next chapter of their life.
Because if the movie ends and you feel like that there's more to be told, then the movie hasn't done its job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no thing. Now, if let's say you take a James Bond, right? It's probably the most serialized thing in big film. It just means that we like the character and not the story. The same became true of Rocky, that there wasn't a story to tell anymore. The story of the original Rocky is, here's a guy from the neighborhood, and if he just gets a shot, he holds his own. Now, you could take that and say, some guy who's, let's say, he's running a car lot in Minnesota. Hey, if he had the shot, could he run a Fortune 500 company for a while? You know what I mean? Could some kid who's doing, dinner theater in Miami Beach, if they got the shot, could they carry an action movie? If anybody got a shot, would they be able to stand with it? That was the story. And that's why people could relate to it. If I got my shot, no matter what it was, could I hang in there? It stopped being about that.
Yeah.
Immediately. And the thing is, he didn't win. He just proved he didn't embarrass himself. So there was no more of that story to tell. And they've told it 6 times now.
I think that the only reason that you would ever need a sequel is if you are adapting a book series. And I understand, like, for example, the Harry Potter movies followed, all the 7 books or whatever. I get the reasoning for doing that because you're taking on an art form that is.
All right, but let's go with this. Did there need to be 7 books? Did you not get the Harry Potter story in the first book? Did it really take you 8 to understand this fucking, magic and muggle world? Those things, you could make the argument of that was a money grab right there.
Yeah, but I guess that's the only, for me, because I kind of see that as having an arc. Like, that particular story had an arc from, like, childhood to coming into adulthood.
But you can't tell that in one book. People have done it. There's no reason to drag these things out if you're saying it's anything more than, I like thinking about magic. That's it. It's not about story at all.
You want to spend more time in the world.
Right. I just want this to be entertained like a child rather than sit and learn stuff. Right. It's about entertainment. And there's always been that thing of what is any art supposed to be? Is some of it just entertainment?
The worst money grab was when Peter Jackson turned The Hobbit into 3-hour-long movies for a book that was shorter than any one of the other Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah, that book is really short. I didn't realize. Okay, that 3-part series was just The Hobbit itself?
It was just The Hobbit.
Now, do you think that was Peter Jackson's idea or the movie studios?
I don't know. I'm going to say it's Peter Jackson's idea.
I don't think so. I think it was probably the movie studio. And they don't need, there's another thing. Everybody acted like Peter Jackson was a fucking genius, but he can't make any other fucking movies.
Nope.
He can't. He's not interesting at all unless he's telling this, in my opinion, uninteresting fucking story. And then, everyone dives into it. But where is he as a fucking filmmaker?
And what
do you think of like J.J. Abrams, who's like the reboot fucking king?
Right.
Is he a filmmaker? Is he a storyteller or not?
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call him.
That's just like somebody who takes a spin on someone else's.
And yet he is the highest grossing director in America, not the world, because he didn't, for some reason, the rest of the world didn't jump into this the way they did the James Cameron's odd fucking movie that no one seems to know about now. And it's the biggest thing that ever happened.
Well, 3 more of them are coming out, apparently. That's all he's been doing since the last one came out.
Craig.
Hi.
Yeah.
I gotta agree. Harry Potter fucking sucks. Lord of the Rings fucking sucks. But I gotta say, if I'm Peter Jackson, I'm gonna make my fucking money, mate.
Well, you better if you're Peter Jackson, because you can't make it anywhere else.
Well, okay, but all I'm saying is, like, I understand from, like, an autistic point of view that you're like,
Yeah, if I was if I was an Aussie that couldn't do it, I'm not blaming Peter Jackson for not being a real filmmaker. I'm just saying we thought for one moment that he might be because people liked his entertainment thing. You know, when it comes down to, you know, making money and, you know, even the business people there, I just wish that they did something else besides art. That's all. You know? I wish they just went and sold fucking shower curtains or toys. I mean, there's a million ways for a business person to make money. When you don't care about the product, good. But they've already, you know, the fanboy age has already fucked movies anyway. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Well, dudes like Peter Jackson and J.J. Abrams, I'm going to throw Zack Snyder in too. Those are just guys who seem like have a craft and they know how to like work with CGI. And
but they're not filmmakers the way we thought of, let's say, Coppola and Scorsese. In the same way, just it doesn't matter what movie they're making. It doesn't matter to them or us.
Particularly when you know that so many conscious decisions are being made that affect the way the film is done in order to make more money. Like when you keep that at the forefront of your mind.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's not easy to be a craftsman. And these guys are probably craftsmen, but
yeah,
I don't consider any of them to be artists, really. Michael, go ahead.
What do you guys think? I know you're Tarantino fans. What do you think about Kill Bill? And there I felt like there was, a whole story in the first one, but more story to be told in the sequels. It
was one movie.
Yeah,
it was never two movies.
Yeah, he actually says it's one movie. He just had to split it because of the length.
He's furious that they ever split it.
Oh, okay.
Because it is really not two movies. You know what I mean? Because you can't even watch the second one unless you've seen the first. It's one movie.
Yeah.
Where if you look at most sequels, you're like, it seems like they even forgot source material. You know? All of a sudden the bad guys are friends with the good guys and are teaming up against someone else. But it's just fucking crazy. By the time the Terminator became good, I'm like, I can't stand anyone who sits and acts like Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1. It just means that they like to see flashy light in front of them.
My favorite one of those is the Fast and the Furious franchise, because the first one, they're just people from Los Angeles.
It makes sense.
But the last one, they're like, you're the best in the world. We need you guys to take down this terrorist organization. No one can do it but you. And I'm like, aren't they from East LA?
These were guys that were fucking racing for pink. You know what I mean? They're racing for pink slips. And again, that's the thing of every sequel, you do throw logic away. And that's what happened with Rocky. The first fucking movie is kind of a beautiful idea. By the time you get to the second one, you're like, what? He's not a world-class athlete. He's not a fucking guy that should be there. Everyone should be laughing
that
this is happening. People should be complaining that he's getting his second shot. All right, it looks like Sanders is meeting with the Democratic leaders. He's going to meet with Obama later. And everyone's saying, do you understand that you need to quit?
Hey, we just need a big favor from you.
Could you just do this for a minute?
Could
this fucking country, this election, if you just watched it from, a sports point of view, has been crazy. I'm still reading stuff last night that the Republicans are saying, and many Republicans, not all of them, we've got to change the rules so Trump doesn't become our nominee. They're still saying it. And then they go, well, who would you give it to? And then they say this, it doesn't matter. Cruz, whoever wants to do it can do it. So Cruz and his people are now back secretly in the race saying, look, I've got this many delegates. We're up. We've got our team all together. If you give this to us, we're ready to go tomorrow. We're turnkey.
Wow. I think that this is because there was a while there that we really thought it could happen this way. Then when Cruz dropped out, we were like, no, I guess that's not going to be the thing. He's not going to take it to the convention. Now it could be a sneak attack.
The word racist is what fucking hurt Trump worse than anything, and not being called a racist by Democrats. When Paul Ryan said textbook racism, I don't see how Trump didn't go down there and fucking choke him, because that's the thing that has stuck to Trump more than anything else.
And I don't know who it is, but I think that this is one of the first someone retracted their endorsement. I think it was a Republican senator, and I don't think that it's happened before.
Of course not. You never go, I've decided I'm not endorsing.
So it was kind of a historical thing where he publicly had to come out and be like, I initially endorsed Trump, and now I am no longer endorsing him. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking madness. It's madness. And yet, it hasn't even gotten as weird as it's going to get. I mean, if you told me Chris Stanley has a shot to be president here, I would probably just go, I doubt it, but I won't say that it won't happen.
I'm going to run the VR platform.
God. Now I know I'm not endorsing
How many VRs did you watch yesterday?
About 20.
What's the best one you've seen yet?
All right, so YouTube has this thing called like 360 videos, and those are the ones I was going through. And there was one where I was basically inside a horror film, and I was sitting in a chair in, I guess, a laboratory of some sort, and there were just people getting murdered right around me.
I'd hook it up for me. I want to see this.
Okay.
I want to see whether it's shit or if there's something.
At one point, he just turns to me and goes like, wow, she's just working out in her apartment. And then immediately, instead of like being weirded out, immediately I was like, let me see that. I should probably look at that.
So a girl was just working out in her apartment?
Yeah, the video
next to her?
Yeah, the video is just a girl doing yoga in an apartment. Nice couch too, honestly.
John, in New York.
Yes, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
I'm pretty sure that Rocky was based on a true story of Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner in 1970.
Well, first of all, that's not the same as being based. Stallone sees, like, Chuck Wepner and Muhammad Ali did not get money for that story, and it wasn't their story. A guy named Chuck Wepner, the Bayonne bleeder, was supposed to just be an easy fight for Ali, and it wasn't. It went 15 rounds, and Ali won. And Stallone said, what if, hey, that's the basis for a movie. And then all the stuff about Rocky and Adrian and Philadelphia, that part was made up. But I think that's true of a lot of fiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That somebody could go, all right, what if I do the Donald Trump story, but instead of hotels, he does this, and then he meets his kid.
Exactly.
That he didn't know he had. And, that's not exactly based on a true story. Actually, even most based on a true story is just a stepping off point. I was reading stuff about Wyatt Earp and the amount of myth that followed him his whole life, and it would just drive him crazy because he lived in like 1929, right?
That's really weird.
So he'd had to read dime novels and newspaper accounts that said, well, the Earps were really a gang. They weren't really lawmakers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just all kinds of shit, and who he shot in the back, and so even during the course of his own lifetime.
It's like, that's not real. That never happened.
Yeah, that's what happens almost with everybody. There's Chris in the corner now. Oh, God, and you got earbuds in?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm not using your earbuds, you freak.
Yeah, you shouldn't use mine.
I'll end up with goddamn gonorrhea ears.
What's been in your ears, Chris?
I didn't realize even yesterday we could have been using earbuds. Were you, Gail?
No, I had no idea. I had actually walked in on Chris when he was in the middle of this, not realizing that he was doing a horror movie thing.
I look like I'm in a 1927 horror movie, though. This is like some of the worst I've seen. Now, am I supposed to hit the trailer, Chris?
No, it's you're inside it right now.
Well, it's not moving.
That's weird.
Chris, fix it. But yeah, when I touched Chris, I touched him on the shoulder to tell him it was time for our meeting. He just screamed, ah! Oh, sorry. I was just in a virtual reality horror movie.
Yeah, you're stuck in this chair. And this is the one I was watching while Gail was there. It freaked me the fuck out.
What do you think this costs to shoot, Chris?
I was trying to think that, because we should just start shooting 3D fucking movies. I feel like all you need is a 3D camera. That and the sets. I'm going to say that costs $4,000.
This just looks like a Nine Inch Nail video to me.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like the Closer video, pretty much.
They should have got that song.
Right.
Now, how long is the video? How long does it loop for? Like,
it's like 3-4 minutes, maybe. The longest one I saw was like 5.
It's stupid. I don't know why you'd rather do that than fucking have friends.
he would. This is his new world.
I love you.
Is your friend Chris coming tonight? I know he came in the last thing we did.
He might be. I have to check in with him.
I really want to talk to him about you and your life.
Okay.
I'd like to get to the bottom of it, too.
Oddly enough, I don't.
You definitely don't. He has no interest.
David in PA.
Hey, you there?
Wait, I forgot I still got earbuds in. Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Hey, man. Yeah, Dave in Pittsburgh. I think you missed something there. I love you guys. First of all, the Bennington show is the best show on the radio. And that's the only reason to listen to radio.
But because no one ever calls it for a positive reason.
But now I hate you guys.
Yeah.
No. Peter Jackson, Dead Alive. Chris Stanley, do your homework. Best horror movie in the world.
I know. I've heard of it. I never saw it.
Oh, watch it. Review it. I'd love to see
I have to be honest here, and it is a prejudice. I'm no fan of horror movies. If
I know that.
If someone said, I mean, about as far as I can go is probably The Shining. You know what I mean?
I agree. Completely agree. But, man, I'm telling you, man, you got to watch Dead Alive for that crazy zombie monkey. It's the most hilarious thing you'll ever see, and disgusting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to take your word for it. And to be totally honest, because I ripped Peter Jackson, I don't know if I've ever watched any of his movies all the way through. I know I never stayed, I watched the first Hobbit and I thought it was terrible. And I watched the other one, I thought it was terrible. But I know a lot of other people like it.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. And I'm sure I wouldn't like Dead or Alive.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like Zombie Monkey is going to be for you.
Somebody I forget was telling me like the Rob Zombie movies are great. I'm like, I've never seen one.
I saw one of them. It was like a house of
1,000 corpses.
House of 1,000 corpses.
There's a house, 1,000 corpses in it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of corpses.
Yeah.
Dwight from The Office is in it.
The wife in The Office.
Dwight from The Office.
Dwight from The Office. Well, then you know it's good.
I hope he's not one of the corpses.
Don't want to give anything away.
He's one of the 1,000.
This is going to be a huge cast.
He plays the house, actually.
Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
House was a big show
funny.
for a lot of years. House made me feel like anytime I write on anything other than glass, I am wasting my time. Bill Simmons ripped ESPN and said, who would want to work there? And I'm like, I don't know, everybody in sports.
Seems like that's the place to go for most sports people.
Well, no matter what he says, he's going over to do a show on HBO. And I know he's going to get, a lot of money. But do you really care about the Bryant Gumbel show? And that's been there for, 12 years. You're not going to get the same access to people.
Yeah, it feels like if you're not in the time slot and you're not on the channel, it's very hard to get people to swing around.
Well, on ESPN
for sports.
On ESPN, I watch a 5:30 at night show every night. So, and that's it for me mainly. Some Sports Center, but
and the Simmons commercials are running in front of every single HBO show, and I think he comes off like a kind of like a nerd and a dick in the commercials.
He does come off.
He's kind of a nerd and a dick though in real life. I mean, that's his thing. Remember when he was doing the stuff for Chuck Klosterman?
Yeah,
that's because those guys are very similar with each other. Like he'll just sit around and write 1,800 words on how Seinfeld is like fucking roller derby or something. You're just like, I don't know, dude. I get it. I know you have talent, but I don't know how much longer I can stay with this.
Well, did you ever see read his basketball book? It's like a fucking encyclopedia. It's gigantic.
Now, so you say that ESPN gave him the post show. He's just sitting there doing the post show on ESPN every night. So how's that not great? I mean, I understand that the bosses there do not like stars. They never have.
He's Simmons just a weird dude because apparently when he was there, he's weirded out that they got pissed because he trashed Goodell. That was really how the whole thing went down to begin with. But how can he be surprised by that?
Well, they're in partnership with the NFL. It's very hard to report on something that you're partners with, you know? And everybody always talks about how big the NFL is, right? It's only in terms of TV audience. They don't sell nearly as many tickets as any other sport.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They're in the last sport. Baseball sells the most tickets. Then probably either hockey or basketball may even go back and forth. Maybe it's hockey even before basketball, but basketball is a bigger TV sport.
There's only 16 games a year.
Yeah. There's 16 games a year. Not every game sells out.
Right.
Where, baseball, you look around, you're like, oh, that's a half-empty stadium. Yeah, but they're doing that 160 fucking times in every city. Every city. It's 160 games you can see. That's half the fucking year. Just people are hitting balls. It's fucking annoying. And then basketball is big is big all over the world. It's like the second sport behind soccer.
Yeah.
And then probably baseball, and then, probably hockey, and then baseball, and then fucking football. Football's only known here.
So it's not even played anywhere else, right? Or there's one...
Maybe Germany does some shit.
They have a league.
But I think a lot of that has to do with expats. I really do.
And are we the only country that soccer is not popular in? Is there any other countries that don't embrace it?
I don't. It's Russia is not a big soccer place. They play like us.
I know Australia is like us, where they get hyped up about it during the World Cup, but other than that, it's like...
Well, they got their own sports like us. They do that. Our Australian rules, football, rugby is big there. Actually, rugby probably plays bigger around the world than football does. Football, for some reason, if you weren't introduced to it as a child, you don't get it, you don't like it at all. But if you grew up watching it, we have our own thing. Who's the guy who did Tipping Point? Is that Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah.
So he wrote something along the lines that football will be gone within 25 years, or it'll be so less violent that people like us will not even...
Won't be recognized. Yeah.
Now, I will say this. If you take the violence out of football, and it's flag football, I'm not watching that shit. I don't give a fuck about it. I just don't. I don't find flag football to be slightly interesting. I don't find arena football to be slightly interesting. It's the NFL's game of football is the one that I find myself watching. I don't think I want the game fucked with too much, even though it's been fucked with throughout my life. But do you see, football is not only how many people watch the Super Bowl, but the amount of people that watch the draft is fucking insane now. Watching names being called out, I don't see how that is big. It's one of the biggest things ever. It's one of the biggest TV events of the year. People announcing names of college students.
I feel so lost when people are discussing it because it always shocks me how deep some people go with it.
But even if you go deep, you know nothing more than the people who don't. Like when people bring it up and they'll go, "Can you believe the Eagles picked?" And I'm like, "Look, I got to tell you the truth. We have guys there that do nothing but think about football. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
I can add nothing to this. I haven't seen every player out there, and I also don't know if we need a cornerback. I can only tell, when we need a couple positions. I don't know how quickly we need a guard. I think we need a whole new line, And I watch as much football as, most Americans. I don't feel like I'm an expert on the subject, no matter what I yell at my TV. I couldn't sit around and pick who should be able to come play for us. And no one knows until a couple years down the line. There's no way to figure out who's right and who's wrong.
I saw the day after the Super Bowl, it was the rankings of each team for the following season. So they already started ranking the teams for the next season the day after the Super Bowl. And I thought, what's the point of this?
What's the point of any of it?
Yeah.
What is the point of watching any kind of sports shows, which are very rarely about what just happened and more like what is going to happen in the future? And it would be like us sitting around and go like this. Steven Spielberg is going to make a movie 4 years from now that will become an American classic. He's putting everything together. Look at the DP that he's working with now. Look at the stunt coordinator that he just picked up.
You just got rid of that stupid cinematographer. Should have been gone years ago.
I still use the word cinematographer too. I'm like you. What, Chris?
We should break. We haven't broken yet today.
Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, I'm so happy you could join me. I'm Gail Bennington.
Yeah.
With me, as always, Ron Bennington.
It's weird to sit here during a commercial because I don't know whether I'm supposed to keep talking or not talk at all.
Yeah. Do you have enough to drink? Do you have waters? Do you have everything you need?
I do. Thanks. Cam got it for me. And
Big Chief?
Yeah, the Big Chief herself. She was dabbing all the way down the hall, had us all laughing.
I like Big Chief, and I also like Coach. I know that you guys dropped that quickly, but I really like, hey, Coach.
Look, I got no problem. Look, if we decide today she's Coach, I'll be happy enough. Because I've never known a non-lesbian that we call Coach, and I love the idea of it.
Now, when is Bernie supposed to meet with Obama?
I thought that was tomorrow. You know, Obama was across the street yesterday.
Yeah.
For the Fallon show. And Fallon had him on, and it was so great. They were doing a thing where, like, you were taking, it was Frisbee golf, but with pizzas.
Okay, great.
And, oh my God, the way he threw that pizza. But no, they'd shut the entire street down.
Completely locked it down.
And then the show wasn't on last night. He's playing it tonight. I'm like, wouldn't you play this as immediately? Because they've already put out clips.
Now, I've seen I saw some clips last night on MSNBC, and they were doing some sneak peeks.
It was serious talk, too, with Jimmy Fallon, which surprised me.
Yeah, so Jimmy had asked him something like, has Trump reached out to you? And he was saying no, and then he
Why
said...
would Trump reach out to him?
Yeah, I think he was setting him up for just like, now you diss Trump. Like, I think it was like a bit of a softball
Why
for
does
him.
he do this? All right, say the same thing, Obama, but through this mic. I haven't talked to Donald Trump.
This is going to be great.
Oh, look at the mic I have. It makes my voice high. Why do you get the high voice?
These ratings are through the roof.
Yeah.
But now Obama is going to be talking to Bernie, most likely to say, please can you step out?
Well, I think he's saying, here's what it is. It's what do you want?
Yeah.
He's got to want something.
Now, last night I was watching MSNBC, and the focus...
You watch a lot of MSNBC.
Well, it was really just one session in which they were showing clips.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can sit there and watch any of those shows.
And they're very annoying, and I completely...
I only watch all three channels at the same time, and I usually yell, shut the fuck up, and I go to one of the other ones. But here's what... I'll just do Brian Williams on MSNBC during election night. We're waiting for Hillary Clinton to come out. You can see it's a dimly light room, just a single spotlight coming down on the stage, effervescent, somewhat intriguing people. And you're just like, stop trying to turn this into fucking poetry.
He drives me
It's
up
just
a wall.
a fucking woman walking on a stage.
Every one of them is annoying in their own way, but his method of broadcasting drives me insane.
Insane in the membrane.
And the tension I feel between him and what's her name?
Every other show that's supposed to be there when he comes bursting in.
And yeah, you could see
Phil Maddow is the one you were
Rachel
talking about?
Maddow. Like, they both are trying to be the lead on it, and they're just like clashing. And you could tell, like, when the cameras are off, they don't say one word to each other. I guarantee it. But Maddow was focusing on this thing that, everyone is saying, either saying it's about time for a female president. Is this something that's been in the works? Or she talked about, women in the past who have like made a go at it and kind of were mocked. And the question has always been, is the country ready for a female president? The same question was, is the country ready for a black president? Which is kind of a weird question
No,
to
they're
begin
already
with.
saying that we're stupid people and we can't adapt
Right,
to
exactly.
things that our basic fucking charter set up for us 250 years ago.
But do you feel like Hillary's campaign is coming just on time? Like all these things have been in the works to have a female president. Do you think that it's too soon?
Too late. 8 years too late. Here's what should have happened. In hindsight, Hillary should have won the Democratic thing 8 years ago. Barack Obama would have been in the Senate now for an extra 8 years, and he might have understood Washington politics better. So if those two would have flip-flopped, it would have been better for the Democrats.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Thank you. No one else is saying it. I am. Why? I'm bold and think outside of the box. Hi, you're listening to Outside of the Box, and I'm Ron Bennington. These are things that you believed were true, but I'm telling you that they're not. So no, if I was, a strategist for the Democrats, I would have said, flip-flop those. Now, as far as the Republicans, with Trump, Tulumba, I think Trump is a basic thing that the Republicans have felt out of touch with their nominees for at least 8 years.
Yeah.
At least 8 years.
Yeah, I think that they're really scrambling as a party.
This is the people telling the party, we're going to tell you what we want instead of you deliver. You're not going to give us Jeb Bush. This is really a reaction of them acting like they were just going to serve up Jeb Bush to lose to Hillary. They weren't going to have it.
Now, the interesting thing is that I think Bernie has kind of caused Hillary to be a little bit more left-leaning than...
That doesn't mean shit, though.
But I know. Here's the only way that I think that it would stick is if she takes Warren as VP. Because then she would have...
Not going to happen.
See, that's what I said initially. I said there's no way it's going to happen because the two of them have clashed before. Can
I be honest? You'd be better off if you were running Warren. The Democrats, if they were running Warren, they probably would be 6, 8, maybe even more points ahead of where they are now. The way people are reacting to fucking Bernie, they would be reacting to Warren. And imagine if you had a woman in that, you would have both candidates. You would have a woman that women, could get behind, and you would have the fever of Bernie, and you wouldn't have the whole fucking Hillary crooked bullshit thing. You'd have a great candidate. And I'm not speaking any way of whether I believe what she would bring to the table is right or wrong. I'm just saying, if you were looking at just what candidate you'd rather run, you'd rather have Warren any day. You don't think fucking Hillary is understands that and doesn't want that behind her?
Yeah, but I think that there might be something strategic. Initially, I was like, no way. The two of them are too different. They don't like each other. But I think that there could be something strategic that happens in which she says, okay, this is our best bet for picking up these young, Bernie supporters who would not have maybe showed up to the polls.
The young people don't show up anyway. It's what fucks everybody up.
The young people showed up for Obama.
Did they?
They did, yeah.
Go back and look at the numbers.
They did.
Particularly in that 4 years ago.
4 years ago, I think everyone dropped off. But I think that...
And he still won big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he won more 4 years ago than he did 8 years ago. I don't know. I just don't count on the young people to show up. It's like, Chris knows what it's like to run the interns. Coach might show up in here tomorrow. You think Coach is going to come wheeling in here at fucking 7 o'clock when we do Opie's show tomorrow?
No.
You think we're going to turn around and see Spencer Berger fucking coming in here?
I've already heard no.
If anything, you're going to... What's that?
These founders?
I think that you're going to see Spencer Berger by the time the omelets come in. Then, Then Spencer Berger will be here.
I know he's a big omelet fan.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
As long as you don't try to give me ham cubes, I'm happy.
Chris will be locked into his virtual reality. He's part of the founders generation with his new love. Can you watch sports on your virtual reality?
You can watch you can watch like a sports video, but you can't watch live sports yet. No.
Do you think that would be the ultimate sports experience?
I don't know why it would be.
But then you could simulate the idea that you were in the stands.
I think that what you'd rather do is simulate the idea that you're watching TV, and we've gotten away from that. I don't need to be whipping around the fucking field the way we do now with the flying fox and all that. I'd rather they just locked in so you watch a game.
Just one steady shot.
It's fine. It's fucking fine for me.
Now, what do you think is the best way to watch football? Do you think the best way to watch football?
Eyeballs. If I'm going to pick anything, I like to see it with my eyes. You know, I don't even need both. There's that well-dressed man again.
There they go.
Well, too well-dressed. They look like jazz guys.
They look really cool. The hats are really on
I need
point.
a summer hat like that.
Or on fleek, as Coach would say.
I don't even
in her
understand what that
generation.
means.
That's a coach word.
Coach, why is everything on fleek with you?
But is the best way to watch football at home? Is the best way to watch football live? What is the best viewing experience for that specific sport?
Well, you know what? It's going to depend upon your connection to the team. Like, if I'm watching a game that I don't give a fuck about, the last thing I want to be around is have people, into it.
Right.
I think watching football at home with friends is a much more enjoyable experience than being at a bar and hearing people yell out stupid things constantly.
Right.
I can't fucking stand that experience.
There's only one sport that I like to view in a bar setting. Can you guess it?
I'm going to say The Bachelor.
No.
Because you're a girl.
Sexist.
Is it?
And I'm calling HR. My boss / dad.
That's already weird.
The Olympics.
The Olympics.
Sprinting.
Olympics, by the way, I love to watch, but I've never watched it with a crowd, so I couldn't tell you.
I
but
only
I'm
watch
looking
them.
for it to a sick Olympic summer.
I love it. Olympic summer.
Yeah. I love the fact that there's some kid that none of us know now, in a sport that we don't think about, that we're going to be crazy about and probably talk about for the rest of our lives.
I know.
Yeah. I always remember, I think it was 1980, Eric Heiden became the big skater. I think he's from your neck of the woods too. Like Minnesota or Wisconsin, one of those places. And the entire country fell in love with a speed skater. Crazy about him.
Really?
Crazy about this fucking guy. And that happens like those little gymnasts that we've never heard of. Like the last Olympics, we fell in love with those 4 girls. I don't even know what they're up to, whether they're coming back.
Yeah.
We don't see shit about them.
See you in 4 years.
It's like,
maybe.
It's normally like they'll get a run after the Olympics where everybody wants to meet them after. It's almost like when you win Big Brother.
But my favorite thing about the Olympics is like sleepless nights where you can't sleep and then you're just like 2 a.m. and you're like, water polo.
Oh, this is just starting now?
This is great.
I won't be like the idiots tomorrow seeing this on tape.
And then the next day you'll just be like, you guys catch that water polo match from last night? And I'm like,
Yeah.
What? No.
Did you guess, Chris?
I'm going to say soccer.
Soccer is the correct answer.
And you want to see it in a bar?
I like to watch soccer in a bar with a crowd who's
Soccer
excited.
fans.
Yes, I like to watch soccer with soccer fans. That's my favorite way to view
Well,
that
soccer
sport.
fans have there's a couple, this is the weird thing about, World Cup is the best soccer of all. I mean, we're going through a little taste of it now in the Copa, but it's not that kind of excitement. But you'll find out in New York that there's a Denmark bar, there's a fucking, South Korean bar, and those people will be watching the games. You can go to, obviously, tons of Brazilian bars, and this city goes crazy for World Cup.
Yeah, it goes insane. And it's fun to watch in a bar if you're watching the US team, and that's always fun because everyone's going to be excited. But it's also fun to watch a game that the US has nothing to do and then go to that whatever that bar is, and there's like a ton of Mexico fans there, like a ton of Italian fans. It's such a blast.
But the problem is, like, you can't discuss anything with anyone. Everyone is a homer. So everyone thinks their team is a lock, and they don't look at the sport as a sport. They look at it as their life, like they're watching their own flag run around.
Right.
Greg in Madison.
Oh, hi, Ron. Thanks for taking my call.
That's my job here.
Hey, Gail.
Hi.
Listen, I was listening to WELI this morning in New Haven, Connecticut, and I heard a little voice go, "Hi, Blue Apron. Are you the national spokesgirl for Blue Apron now?"
I don't think so.
No, you're not. You would know if you were.
Did they steal your voice or what?
I can't imagine that would be something that happened.
Greg, all women sound the same, but
No, she has a distinctive, delicious voice.
Oh,
do you know how happy we'd be if she was doing national commercials for Blue Apron?
Well, you got to hear the ad. Call them up because I swear to God, it sounds exactly like her. I apologize.
You don't have to apologize.
No, please don't apologize.
I'd like to see Bad Company on Tuesday, though.
All right, man.
Thank you very much for the gift. Listen to that ad, though. Look it up.
All right, we'll look it up.
I'm
Thanks, buddy.
gonna check that out.
They stole your voice, Gail.
I'm gonna check it out. Thanks for your delicious call.
Well, by the way, what did I have? Blue Apron. Those Korean pot stickers, out of this world.
You know, when you said to me that you had those and they were so great, and I was like, oh, I'm getting those tomorrow. And I realized it's because you went full vegetarian.
I went full vegetarian. You know why?
That's not the one I'm getting.
Larry and Laurie.
Really? They're inspiring you.
They inspired me. And so I try to do every 2 or 3 weeks vegetarian. You know what? I'm going to give you a little hint here. You get more food with Blue Apron when you go vegetarian.
I know. And you know what the best thing about it is? They really carb it up for you. Like you got a lot of good, there's a lot of pastas, a lot of pizzas.
But yesterday's dish, I couldn't have got anywhere myself in New York.
Really?
I couldn't have got anything as good as this.
There is a huevos rancheros or something that I'm getting from this week.
With the egg on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that too. Dan, Illinois.
Hey, Ron and Gail. Good to talk to you.
Hey,
Gail. The reason why Hillary won't pick Elizabeth Warren to be her running mate is that if she wins, that means that Senate seat will be vacant. And Massachusetts has a Republican governor and would appoint a Republican senator to take her place. And Harry Reid does not want that to happen, so she's out.
I see.
Yeah, that's how tight it is.
Yeah.
That's how tight it is.
And I'm from Illinois. I know all about how governors appoint people to the Senate.
Who do you think? Do you think Trump gets all the way this year? Do you think he keeps his Republican nomination?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't see how they could take it from him. But and you also have to be careful in politics. Well, just like in basketball, Chris thought for sure that what happened 2 days before was going to keep happening,
right?
And it went 30 points in the other direction, and that is where. That's why you can't fucking believe anything. You just have to keep looking forward. I don't think right now it looks like Trump is down and Hillary is up. Nothing is going to even slightly be real until after these two conventions.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll know anything.
Zero numbers matter right now.
Which is why it's so frustrating how long this process is. The campaign process in general.
Money. Makes a lot of people a lot of money.
It's so exhausting that we're just finally getting to the point where things are going to start.
But let me tell you something. Now, let's suppose you just jumped in now, right? Mm-hmm. You pick it up. Like, you did not need to be watching when people are going, you're watching a Republican debate, I go, you got to be kidding me. I've seen 4 debates. I know these guys. I knew these guys. I don't need to watch them sit and say mean shit about each other. It just doesn't matter. Like, even if it comes down to the Hillary versus Trump debate, what is that going to prove? We know both of them.
Yeah.
We know them. They're far enough apart that you can make a decision. The debate is pure entertainment and nothing else.
Yeah, it's at this juncture, the debates have nothing to do with policy because their policies have already been explained or vaguely explained in some cases. And then this will only be a way for them to stumble. That's all that these end up being towards the end is like, who's going to fuck up and say the wrong thing?
But even then, right, if you were a true statesman, and I don't want to know, I'll just try to think of people that have been smart over the years. It doesn't mean that they're quick.
Yeah.
It means that they're thoughtful. Like, you just don't yell out what you would do to fucking China, because, like, if it just came in, hey, China did this, you're not going to think to yourself, other than if a missile is heading towards Washington, you don't have to make a split-second decision.
Right.
And there's no way to figure it out. Eric in Colorado has got a little spy report for us.
Good morning, Bennington.
Yeah.
So Bernie and Obama met this morning.
Hold on, I got a second spy report. This showed up on CNN. Obama endorses Hillary Clinton for president. That is going to hurt Donald Trump. He thought he had that endorsement.
He really thought he had
it. Right now he's saying to his son-in-law, what am I supposed to do now, you Jew bastard? You told me I was going to get this. All right, do you know what was said, Eric, between them?
Bernie has already given a speech. I forget exactly what he had said, but Bernie's refusing now to do anything until after the final primary, which I think is D.C., and they said that's on the 14th.
Yeah. Which means that...
and even then, I don't think Bernie's going to drop out.
They just got to give him something that he likes. You know, he really does. This is the thing about Bernie. He looks at fucking Barack Obama and sees him as a right-wing corporate sellout. Now, the Republicans look at Barack Obama as if he were Stalin or Mao Zedong. They think that they can't believe how far to the left he is. And they think that he just takes and gets everything he wants. And then his own party, and most of us here think that, you know, hey, he's kind of a pussy who lays down for the Republicans.
Yeah.
This is how different we all see the world.
It's
in this simulator that we're in.
Right. Yeah.
The simulator that we're in.
And even in the clip that I saw of Obama from last night, he was explaining his own feelings about the two-party system. Is like, that's what, you know, this is the way the country should be run, that a strong two-party system is exactly what we need. And then went on to say, not 30 seconds later, the best place for both parties is slightly left of center and slightly right of center. But why would that be the best thing? I mean, why does that make sense? And that doesn't matter what you believe. If you're far left, if you're far right,
well, first of all, the fact that we even have a center goes to show, like, if you're far right, you're in your own center. It's not up for some. Why does someone else get to say what the center is, right?
Yeah.
Is the center where we the same center as 1865, or have we moved in some direction? Using the term center is fucking ridiculous.
But even the logic of that is basically saying you want a one-party system. That's exactly what you're saying by saying.
I believe that that we do have a one-party system, and that party argues within itself. Much like if you look at the Republicans, right? They argue among themselves and then they pick who's going to run.
Yeah.
The Democrats argue among themselves. How is that any different than anything else, right? So the two parties are one party. We're all Americans, right? First of all. So we believe in certain things, but we're kind of a corporate more than capitalist system. When people blame capitalism, it's because they fucking hate giant corporations.
Right.
And yet, what brings us more comfort than anything else? Giant corporations.
Yeah.
We hate ourselves for the comforts that we go out and enjoy. But we hate it.
And then you see that symbol of that, and you're like,
Look,
oh, thank God, I know where I am. I know.
You can make a corporation do whatever you want if there's enough of you. You could fucking easily, through you saying to a corporation, enough of us want you to add banana flavoring to the Coke, and they'll do it. There's a certain number where Coke will go, hey, is that what you wanted? We're pouring the banana in right now. It's going to taste like a liquid banana.
Yes.
But people won't pull together for that. We hate corporations. We think we listen to them, but they fucking listen to us, and they'll do anything to make their next quarter bigger.
Yeah.
I think if we should do anything, it's to start one of these fucking stupid groups, you know, the advocacy group, and just buy things that, and just for the fun of it, to watch things change. You could watch it change immediately.
So to use your power in numbers to say, we'll put our money into this one thing and watch
everybody
the
change.
chain reaction.
It will change everything because everybody will have banana. Didn't you ever notice that like there's a year that everyone's got, and it's got, a little while ago became salt and caramel or salt and chocolate. It became running across.
Yeah.
Next year will be something that there's always something's lemon Senate. So everything becomes lemon Senate because everybody in a corporate world works from a fucking place of fear. And I got news for you. If enough people wrote in and say, we just want to hear one station on Sirius XM where your people are just blowing whistles and smashing pots and pans together, we'd give it to them because that's what we're in the business of doing.
Right.
Not educating people musically. That's not our business. Our business is pleasing our subscribers. Every corporation is the same way. They want to please and increase their customers. That's it. That's all they want to do.
Which is why they fear risk more than any other thing. It's like the idea of being handed something that hasn't been done before without the guarantee that it'll be a success is terrifying to them.
Pioneers end up with arrows in their back. These guys learn that in business school. You don't want to be the first guy. You don't want to be the pioneer. You want to be the guy who sets up the general store in the Old West. You want to be the guy who opens up a saloon in the Old West. You don't want to discover new fucking areas. That's crazy. So knowing that, we forget that, and by the way, this is why people will be thrown off of TV shows and commercial deals if anyone complains at all, because they believe 10 people complaining means 10,000 are mad because most people won't pick up the phone. So literally, you can call your congressman wherever you fucking live and probably get that asshole to pick up the phone because he's fucking terrified of not getting back in.
Yeah.
Terrified.
And people don't pick up the phone when they're not offended or not angry. Like, nobody would say,
you're fucking great.
Yeah. This is going well.
A lot of people will write to me and go like this. I have liked you for a long time, but the other day you said something that really pissed me off. And I'm like, okay, what is it? Someone fucking complained about something the other day. I disagreed. And they go, well, no wonder Fez quit. And I'm like, you fucking listened to me long enough for that, right?
Yeah.
And now you're furious with me because something has fucking happened. You're fucking, you know enough of back history that you've been around for a while.
Sure.
Now you're fucking furious out of nowhere.
I've listened to you for 15 years, and this is the first time I'm reaching out. It's to tell you I hate you now.
Yes. But that is really fucking true. Steven.
Hey, Ronnie, just as you're saying with people create the need and then the product is made. You hear these politicians all the time saying how they've created jobs. Well, the only jobs they can create are government jobs.
That's not true. That's not true. They fucking bank these fucking corporations. Do you know how many? Go down and just drive around. I can't.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to let go of you. But all you need to do is drive around D.C. to see how many corporations are there banking off of and living off of the government fucking tit. Every corporation sends people to Washington so that they can get money from Washington or tax breaks. The fear that a lot of people have now is that the corporations and the government are not on opposite sides of the fence, that they are one and the same. And that's kind of fascism coming from another point of view. Fascism, the way we think of it, is the government's taking over the corporations. But what happens in our country when it appears the corporations have started to take over the government, that's still in need of fascism. As far as bringing jobs back, I don't understand what they're talking about. We're not bringing jobs back. We're not.
Not the same jobs.
Those jobs don't exist. I just saw a thing the other day of how many people are going to lose their jobs in the next 30 years to any kind of robotics. Tons of fucking people.
Yeah.
You're not going to do those jobs. All right, we got a break here. Who we got coming in, Chris?
We have comedian Seton Smith stopping by.
Nice.
This is the hot hand. This is the guy everybody's talking about. We'll be right back. And GPS, 4 o'clock today. It's Bennington. It's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington. You know, there's one name in comedy that everybody brings up all the time. It's this gentleman, Seton Smith. Good to see you, my friend.
How you doing, man? Is that right?
You know how many times somebody will say, I went out to a club or I went to a festival and Seton Smith killed? I hear it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah,
Hey.
you have got the reputation of someone that no one wants to follow. You don't want to go after you. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow.
You're going to be out in Bethel this weekend for the Mysteryland Festival. Is this a comedy festival? Or they do
Nah,
other
man, it's
stuff?
like an electronic festival, and apparently they have a comedy tent. I don't know how it's going to go, but they say they're going to drive me out there, so I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Have you done that before, like music festivals?
I haven't.
Yeah.
No, but I've done everything else, and I always wanted to. I always hear that Bonnaroo and all those things aren't really fun, but they're fun hangs.
Right.
Like the pictures are. I mean, South by Southwest, the pictures look like a dream. So I want to do it, but this one, I don't know. It's a test.
I think Bethel is where Woodstock took place. I think Bethel was
exactly.
Neighboring town. Yeah.
Yeah, that my girl and I want to get a tent and just hang out there and do something.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's sober though, so I don't know. Like being sober and then watching a dude like melt on mushrooms is annoying. So I'm gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know.
What are you feeling right now?
Now, can you be comfortable in a tent too? Can you just be in a tent and feel okay all weekend?
No, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, I'll get my girlfriend's white, so she has a completely different life than me. Like, I mean, her life, she's from money, and I wasn't poor, but like she likes camping and sober. You know what we did the other day? We went to a 7 a.m. What's that thing called? Oh, there's a word for it, but it's when people wake up at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and do a hard party. Daybreak. You heard of Daybreak?
No.
Daybreak is for sober people.
Yeah.
Where they wake up. There's a 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And you go into a club and they blast in music and there's like water, almond milk coffee, and some other hydrating stuff, protein shakes, and just people taking their shirts off, passionately sweating, and just going happy that they're sober. And they go live their life.
So she wasn't always sober.
No.
She had
8 years.
Okay. So, those type of things that people are always like inviting me to sober parties, and they're like, hey, New Year's Eve, why don't you come to do this? And I go, because it seems more depressing than staying at home by myself. Like, I don't mind being in a meeting with everyone. I think that's great because you hear incredible stories.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to just sit around and not tell those incredible stories. It's like, you know what it's like? You ever walked into any comedy club in the daytime? It's the ugliest, most depressing thing in the world.
Might as well walk into a strip club at the daytime.
That's disgusting.
Like music club, like most like music venues are the same way.
Yeah.
Like you see what it looks like in the daylight with the lights on.
Yeah.
And
The
there's
only
just
thing that
like
makes you feel
weird
bad
stuff
about-
on the floor.
The only thing that makes you feel bad about being an alcoholic is that morning bar smell. Like you ever go to you ever like, I want to get a drink, and then you go to that bar a little too early before they can wash out that funk from last night. You're like, man, I got a problem.
It's just you and a dude, and like there's already like some chairs are still on tables and stuff. Like he's not ready to see you.
Right.
He's open, but he's not ready.
You know it's bad when you walk into a bar and they're like, we're actually not open yet. So you just give me a few and you're like, oh boy.
The door was unlocked.
So this
The
is
liquor
a
right there,
problem.
though. The bottle open.
I have a problem, is what you're telling me.
And if they say we're open an hour, come back, you're like, I'll never see you again. This moment is so uncomfortable. I will never come back here.
The shame of saying, like, I just grabbed a bite, so now I'm back for drinking.
Yeah. I always think it was always the worst thing if someone told you were partying too early. Like, if you're saying, hey, let's do this, and they're going, but it's a weird, it's a work day. And you're like, don't fucking bring that to this conversation. Just say no.
I realized really early it's really rude to point out how drunk somebody is. They just get so mad about that.
Oh, yeah, they
I
don't-
think it's funny. Hey, man, you drunk. We all drunk. No, fuck you, man. I'm sober as fuck. I'm going to do a flip. I'm about to do a handstand. All right, man.
That's true. In a movie, if you want to play an actual drunk, you have to pretend you're not drunk.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to act like you're doing something that a normal person would do.
I think that is where that the Bobby Moynihan SNL character is so great, he does drunk uncle, right?
Yeah.
And you can see it's like someone who's trying not to be drunk, as opposed to like, I'm just falling down and I'm being crazy.
Did you ever see, and Bobby will talk to you about this, but it was this terrible thing where they took drunk uncle and they put him in a rock concert and it just died.
Oh no.
A million deaths in front of like Eric Clapton and Tom Petty.
It was a benefit.
Yeah, it was like a benefit for the storm or whatever.
It was the Sandy benefit.
It's the worst thing. Comedy doesn't go everywhere. Yeah. And then Bobby said he walked out of that thing. It was like a Madison Square Garden, went to his house, laid in bed with all of his clothes on and put the cover over his head.
It's completely unfair to put like actors on stage and tell them to perform like a comic. It's just really, it's like I don't know, it's like telling a football player to get on a rugby field and just figure it out. I went to an Australian Wales football game and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I felt like a dude was explaining, well, no, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just clapping. I got it.
Seton Smith is sitting in with us, though. You're starting a new show on CISO, right?
Well, Wyatt Cenac is, and he's doing a stand-up show on there, and his weekly show called Night Train, and he's doing these special shows on CISO now for it, and I kind of closed it out and had a little fun.
How cool was that, though?
It was super fun, just because that audience is the most laid-back audience, and you can really explore and get real silly, and I'm scared that I got really, really silly, because we were all kind of like, fuck it, it's the internet, let's try some fun. Yeah. And so now I'm kind of like, I got it queued up, I'm kind of curious what I did. Because I was talking a lot of shit about Hillary Clinton. And weird, it's like at the time it was a surprise, and now people are all jumping the fuck Hillary Clinton train. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I kind of like her. Now that everybody hates her, now I'm like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all being sexist.
Barack Obama just came out just a couple of minutes ago, said he supports her. He had met with Bernie, and now he's giving his full endorsement to Hillary Clinton. Yeah, it's a crazy election, though, huh?
Yeah, I think it's very, very fun. I'm going to tell you the mistake he made. That's why, you know why we hate Hillary Clinton? This is the thing I'm telling everybody. The reason why we hate Hillary Clinton is because the day after Barack Obama won the first election in 2012, the day after that, he had an interview on 60 Minutes, and he put Hillary Clinton right next to him, and they asked her, so Hillary, and they had to ask her, they were asking, yo, Hillary, what are you going to do next time? And Barack Obama acted like, hey guys, I just won the election. Why are you talking about that? Well, you brought the bitch to the interview. And then she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the day after that, literally, I don't check it out, John McCain came out with the Senate floor and was like, what happened with Benghazi? And he didn't, we all were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it just took him 4 years of asking the question to finally let us go, he broke our will, and that's why we don't like her. Not for any solid reason. He just nagged us to death. Because nobody can tell me the exact reason why they hate Hillary Clinton. Nobody. It's all very like, I don't know. Yeah. No, I'll tell you why. It's because you got nagged into it. You got broken. That's why I got a fucking dog right now. We got 2 dogs in my house because my girlfriend nagged me 2 fucking years. That's why.
After a while, you're just like, I will do it. So nagging works. It works. You know, after a while, you're just like, I think I heard some shit about something. But Obama, it's so crazy to see him on the outside of everything now. You know, like he went to Vietnam. No one gave a shit. No one brought it up. The fucking president is in Vietnam. For me to see that over the course of my lifetime of being a little kid when that war was on. And there's Obama sitting there and they're like, but let's go back to Donald Trump. He's walking out on stage now. We forget people, no matter who they are. At the end of that thing, it's done.
Yeah. So they get that senioritis kind of vibe where they seem like nothing that they do matters. So it depends. It's like, do you want to use that for good? Do you want to just like relax with it?
It just doesn't matter. I mean, we've taken our focus off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my favorite line, this is going to be really nerdy. I mean, my favorite author is Walter Mosley. And there's this one line where, this kid was like watching JFK. He was like, he saw, actually, what was it? Lyndon B. Johnson being sworn in. And his son, he looked at his dad, was like, Dad, why? Well, I thought JFK was the president. Who's this guy? And his dad looked at the son, was like, know this lesson, son. No matter how powerful you are, there's somebody ready to take your place.
Yeah.
It was one of those, like, you're irreplaceable. And maybe, because as an ego comedian, I always want to be like this great, big specter. But even the best comedian ever, Richard Pryor, still was hot for like 10 years. And then they couldn't wait to replace him with Eddie Murphy. Yeah. And then they couldn't wait to replace Eddie Murphy with Martin Lawrence. And then they couldn't wait to replace Martin with Chris Rock. I'm sorry.
Here's why. Because with black people in show business, it was always like the Highlander. There could only be one.
Only could be one.
Like you couldn't go, oh, this is great. Now Eddie Murphy's here and we have Richard Pryor. They're like, nope. We have switched the scripts over. So immediately Richard Pryor started to hate Eddie Murphy because he basically was the end of his career, whether he liked it or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, we could all argue, one would argue that maybe the crack might have been the real nail in that coffin of his career.
And you know, Coke is handleable until you start smoking it. I try to tell that to everyone.
No, the Coke part of his career was really good. I mean, solid work. Thorough.
Yeah.
It was the crack that really kind of slowed him down by a beat.
The difference was, too, I think Eddie had funnier movies than Richard. Like, Richard was funnier on stage, but the movie career is... if somebody had never seen Richard stand up or anything and you just showed him the movies, you're like, this guy isn't good, you know?
Very true.
And Eddie's movies were fucking, I saw people rolling down the fucking aisles watching Eddie's movies.
Yeah, no, very true. I mean, like, and Eddie really cared about the frame. Like, the things I used to hear about, Charlie Murphy used to talk about Eddie Murphy being, like, there would be a big party, but Eddie would be in the back room, like, just working on characters. Like, his detail of just, like, his attention to details. And even, I was at the Kennedy Center when he got his Mark Twain Award.
That was a great show, yeah.
Oh, hearing, like, it was like, him doing 5 minutes of stand-up was like, hearing Miles Davis picking up the trumpet after taking a break. Just going like, it was very pretty, very soft, and going, oh, I just saw genius. You know? I don't know if he'll ever do it again. That's what I'm like, oh my God, like it just felt right.
That is the best thing, because Miles used to do that. Miles would come out like, somebody else would go, and I'd just turn around and leave. And everybody would, that was Miles. That was Miles. I forget who Miles, too, was dating, like 10 years that he didn't record it all. And it was some famous, I think it might have been Cicely Tyson. And he would call her at night and just play the trumpet on the phone to her. Just realize, just like,
wow.
I don't know, he'd be whacked out in the middle of the night. So she was the only person in the world who would hear Miles play.
That's beautiful.
That's
you
insane.
can buy a piece of his house for like $500,000. They've cut it up into pieces. I just saw.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
it's like a one-bedroom apartment.
Exactly.
They take his whole house and they cut it into like 6 different apartments. But this one-bedroom apartment is only like $500,000, and just that little part of it is gorgeous. It's like this beautiful
Where
fireplace.
is it?
It's like up on 77th Way on the west
It's
side.
up on West Side, 77th Street, yeah.
Because everything, look at that place.
Oh my God,
and
it's
that
beautiful.
is one little piece of the townhouse.
It's a good deal.
Playing jazz.
I know. And can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine, though, if you just bought that and just listened to, you know, on like Sunday mornings you'll listen to Miles? You just would sit in that room. That was part of his house.
I think you move into there and you're like, I've got a whole new life now.
Yes.
This apartment everything's going to be different now.
I would definitely dress differently. There would be a lot more leather jackets and cool sunglasses in my life.
Wow, I feel like the police would be called on me like 3 times.
Yeah, that is
No, they let me in that part of town. I'm joking, everybody. Come on, New York is progressive.
But I'm sure they watched Miles like a hawk.
Oh my God! Did you see that? One of his last 60 Minutes interviews. There was one where he had a story where he got pulled over for driving his yellow Lamborghini so many times.
Yeah.
They would have his assistant call the local Beverly Hills PD and be like, "Mr. Davis is going to be driving his car. Please do not pull him over."
Wow!
God.
Wow!
Yeah, I mean, at the time they laughed about it, but now it's like, Jesus Christ, the 90s was not that.
Satan Smith is with us. He's going to be performing this Friday, June 10th, at the Mysteryland Festival in Bethel, New York, and then he'll be on Night Train June 30th on CISO. CISO, that's it's Wyatt Sennick's show, and this is just a stand-up show.
Stand-up show, yeah.
Yeah.
Stand-up showing on the NBC's digital platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be getting the show for myself soon. We'll hopefully get that yes in like a couple of days and see what project we can go with. But right now I can't promote that, so I'm just going to tell y'all put it in the ether.
But you just have one project out there, or you got a couple?
I got a couple. I got 2 projects that I really am excited about. Hopefully they'll make sense in hopefully in the end of this month.
Yeah.
Just this business is so slow. When I did Mulaney, it was interesting. Like I had a plan for my career.
Yeah.
And then I actually saw people who actually knew what they were doing, and I was like, all right, I got to change my plan. Like, because I went to I thought I had my act together, and then I saw Mulaney, and I was like, his thoroughness. We went on tour together after Mulaney, the show ended. We did 55 shows together, and I realized I was riding on charisma for like the first 10 years. And there wasn't a lot of jokes there. And I saw Mulaney and his thoroughness. I was like, oh, and that kind of changed me. And so, I'm in a nice new groove. I'm glad people have noticed, but I've been in my own head for like a year now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that just his writing and his dedication.
His writing dedication is discipline. Just because he just noticed things like, I thought I knew what a joke was until he was like, hey, no, that's actually a joke. What you're doing is actually ... And I was like, oh, I've been looking at this completely wrong. It's just one of those, it's like, it's kind of like I just started doing MMA and you're just like, apparently you could spend a whole day just learning what a hook is. You could spend 2 hours just working on that hook and then realize 5 years in, you still don't know what a hook is. Right. It's one of those with a joke. I was like, oh, okay. And once I got a little bit more discipline, then I don't know, people started to notice I'm funny.
Well, that, to me, by the way, Mulaney, I think, is writing for that Maya and Marty show, which I thought the last episode, I mean, for some reason the critics are being a little tough, but I think it's so great to be able to see that kind of sketches at 10 o'clock.
I thought the first episode was good, but the second episode was really, really terrific.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, really good stuff.
I haven't seen the show yet. I want to see it though, because I think Marty, I learned comedy from that man. So.
Yeah, he's amazing. I just had him in doing a show, doing an interview, and you were right. And like he'll just turn and look at the audience, and the place will laugh. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I wonder what the people at home on the radio
he did.
are thinking.
I was sitting in the audience for that in the front row, and he would say something and then like kind of tag it with just like mugging to the audience, and everyone would erupt. And I had the same thought of like, oh my God, people who are listening are not going to know.
Well, he also does this funny thing, like if I would compliment him all, he would just act like he's sitting up straight. And like,
just like straighten his collar.
Like it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Watching him rehearse a scene is like a masterclass in comedy. Just because he plays it like a scale, like he's like a jazz performer. He just like plays a scale of comedy. Like, oh, I didn't even know that was an option of funny.
I always think that people don't realize like how much thought goes into anything that's good. And I was talking to Sugar Ray Leonard on this show before, and he was saying that in his head, like to me when I watched Sugar Ray, it was like, oh, he's so fast he could react to everything. He said he had choreographed all the fights. What he was going to do, what the other person was going to do. They didn't even know they were part of the choreograph. But he would think that far ahead of each move and then being in the ring, replaying that thing that he had made up. So it wasn't improv at all. We just thought it was improv.
Yeah, I heard about his technique, which was awesome, which he would like wait until the last 30 seconds of fights and then start doing that flurry for points.
Yeah.
I like him only because Obama's run his presidency like that. I swear to God, he does that every December. He always throws a flurry in. He'd be like, wait, hold on. I'm telling you, wait for this December. There's going to be some crazy things happening.
I tell people this all the time, and I don't know whether they believe me or not, but I'm like, he's going to be the most powerful ex-president that we've ever had. Yeah. No one is ever going to remember a down day. You know what I mean? It's going to be like the way I grew up reading about Jackie Robinson is I never read about him striking out, being thrown out of third. You just get the highlights. Yeah. Everything is going to be a highlight reel. And then he's going to be able to say to new immigrants, and I don't care where they're coming in from, Vietnamese people, here's how you pull together. Here's how you get your vote. This is what we did. You can do it too. And he's going to be a pain in the ass to white people forever.
And I think I think the reason that is going to be the case is because he's such a powerful speaker, and I think he dialed that back once he
dialed it way back. Fox News got him to dial it back. You know, the Chris Rock church speaking Obama that he did at first.
I think he came out the gate that way, and like when he was campaigning, it was very strong. I think that he kind of moved into like a more presidential kind of thing.
I disagree.
You think he's still that way?
I think he did it when he needed to. Like when Trayvon Martin happened, he got preachy.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the murders in South Carolina?
Yeah.
That thing was amazing.
He whipped it out he whips that thing out when you need to. But a lot of times we don't need the preacher for the war. The war speeches, be presidential. But for the whole like social network, we got torn up. Do the speech in there.
But I think he'll be back in that mode full time as an ex-president.
I hope so, because when the next black guy gets shot under the next white president, I ain't gonna feel good. You don't understand. When Trayvon Martin got shot and Obama came out like that could have been my son, I think that stopped like 17 riots. Is
that right?
I think it did. Because that shit, I mean, that video video. I mean, because they didn't even have video for that one. There was just sound. You know that fucking 911 sound where the kid was screaming for his life? Oh, that shit was shocking. And then the 15 videos that came after that, nah, you need a black president. Yeah. After that, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I guess Hillary.
That statement alone is just like, it's really stayed with people. Because even people who I think felt the way that they felt and they weren't going to have their minds changed, that was one of those shifting perspective kind of things. That statement alone of like that he could have been my son. You're like, whether that brought out anger in other people or it like brought passion where it would have been just a complacent thing, it was really strong.
Yeah, it was a great calming, just like, okay, this is what we need to hear. I mean, Trump, Trump handled that situation. Oh God. I don't even want to do an invitation.
Trump from a comedic point of view, or if you're just looking forward to the end of everything, I think could be fun though. I'm really looking for that. Hopefully that the country will feel like a jail riot, and I can go around and get even with people that I want to shank along the way. When the riot breaks out, I'll just walk along and look for a couple people.
No, you're right. Trump would have like a purge type situation. That would be his first act. My first act as president. We kill everybody on February 1st. Anybody want to die? And then after that.
By the way, do you think that people would, because the purge thing is based on what people used to do back in like the pagan days, where they said to themselves, we'll have a couple days that you fucking guys can go nuts. Yeah. And then you got to behave yourself the rest of the time. That kind of is a good philosophy. I mean, you're not going to go to murder.
And sticks and stones. You can only hurt so much. Yeah. We start adding grenades in the situation.
That's true. We have nukes now.
We have nukes now.
Well, there are people who kind of party that way. Like people who are not full-time drinkers. They'll be like the type of people like, I get crazy on New Year's Eve at a friend's wedding. You know, they have their own version of that. Yeah. Where they're like maybe 2 times a year they'll get blackout drunk, but then they're not going to be out on a Friday night drinking.
Those
normally.
People scare me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a weird personality.
I've never actually met anybody that actually stuck to that. Have you?
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
How old are those
like
people?
That.
Masks?
Yeah.
I think that they're older usually.
Eastside Dave, when he got married and stuff, he would just have his thing, like it would be Saturday night for him, but he would say, I'm going to drink till I'm blackout this Saturday.
But he refused to drink during the week, any other day.
Yeah, I mean, you used to see him sweating all week.
Discipline. Yeah, it hurts because you shake after drinking. Stopping weed is one thing. Stopping drinking is like that hurts your body. It's like, ugh. That's like stopping peeing for constantly. 5 days straight, you're just holding the pee in. It's like, ugh.
Well, you're white knuckling it, right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm about 4 months in.
Oh,
since the day after.
But white knuckling, not doing it with any help, no program, just him on his own. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he drank so much he busted his head open after an office party.
Yeah,
so,
woke up in an emergency room.
Yeah.
What you replacing it with?
Virtual reality and food.
food. Yeah, that's the thing. The food thing. I smoke weed like too much, and I'm trying to do something else. Like I started doing MMA boxing, and you can only hurt my body. I'm 34. It's not that I'm old. It's just I can only do so much working out and then you get tired. You go, hey, weed will calm it down. So now, I'm like, I'm trying to see maybe I can start running in the morning and then exercise at night. Maybe I can do it. And I don't know. Good luck to you, man.
Thanks. You too.
Fill that hole with something.
That's the funny thing. Something has to go in there.
Yeah.
You just can't say, I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing and I'm going to be a peaceful, happy person. Why is it so fucking hard to get to contentment, to just feeling okay?
I think it's a fallacy in thinking that you drink in a vacuum. You started drinking for a reason.
Right.
Even
when you're a kid.
Yeah. You weren't just like, I just want to fuck my life up. No. I got to hide something right now. And you got to start addressing that when you're sober. You got to be like, okay.
I do admit I was an 8th grader with problems. Right. So it really did. I had the stresses of an 8th grade education, and I needed a little drink.
I can't take that as a joke. At 13, life's hard, yo. Yeah, I was in my 6th school by then, so so I hated life then.
I hated the entire school experience. Kindergarten, all the way to 12th grade. Even now, I'll drive past the school, and I'm glad I don't have to pull in there.
I think about that now and again, where something could be stressing you out, or you feel like something feels like pressure, and you're like, yeah, but I'm not gonna wake up at like 6:30, 7:30 in the morning and know I'm going to have to go sit through 8 hours of adults talking about stuff that you didn't want to hear about, and how much anxiety that was
terrible.
when you're
You know
a
what
kid.
I love doing? Wearing the same outfit 5 days in a row. That shit makes me feel like an adult, yo. I'm wearing the same goddamn outfit because it looked good yesterday. It's going to look good just as good today. And ain't nobody going to judge me.
What do we have in our life now that is stressful as final exams? And like, if a kid starts crying about exams, I go, who gives a fuck? They're exams.
Meaningless test.
Yeah. But now, remember how weird you would get about stuff?
Fucking freak out. Like, I need to know these fucking random facts that'll never come in handy ever. Like, it's bullshit.
But do we have anything that's like, it's on, guys? We have to be. We don't.
Court.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Smoking like an alcoholic. Hell yeah.
If you were being sued or the state of New York had a problem with it,
And
yeah,
then,
that would feel stressful.
And that would just be on your mind all the time. The way you're like, man, I know I got this project due.
Yeah. Fuck, I've been fucking around, but I could get 5 years.
I haven't prepared for this at all.
Dude, if I did something bad when I was younger and I was like in for a week, it felt like I was getting 5 years. It felt the same exact thing. Like that week was torturous. Now if someone says you're staying in your house for a week, I would fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to see anyone. Good.
Yes, I can't see
But
you.
how about this? If somebody told you had to stay at your parents' house for a week.
You know what's funny too about your parents is like no matter where they've moved to or where they're living, it's the one place that you can just open up the refrigerator and just feel like it's your food too.
Oh, yeah. You just start making a sandwich. No one's even home. You're like, I help myself. This is my home. Even if you didn't grow up in that home. Like, your parents live in a new home.
Yeah.
That's like, you'll still be like, yeah, I'm going home. It's like, why is that your home?
I know. And it's true, like you could have the closest friend in the world and you wouldn't just go over and start taking food out and eating it.
And I don't even think that you would be as comfortable to do that with a sibling. Like, I don't think I could go to my brother's house.
No, I would not do
and
that.
just open his fridge and
You're
start,
right.
like, helping myself to his food.
Not unless I wanted to be punched in the back of the head. Seton Smith is sitting in with us. He's performing this Friday, June 10th, at the Mysteryland Festival in Bethel, New York. He may be sleeping in a tent the entire weekend.
Who knows? Summer Sam, who knows?
Summer Sam. No, you have that very thin fabric that keeps you safe from the world.
Safe.
Yeah,
from all them bales.
What's the last time you slept in a tent?
I want to say like when I was 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I remember getting bit once too. I remember I was like, doing a camp thing and got bit, and I was like, "This is for the beat. This is for the birds. I don't like this."
Gail, have you?
I have never slept in a tent, and I have never been camping.
Chris Stanley?
Fish Festival 2004.
So that's not camping.
No, it's not camping, but it's sleeping in a tent.
Yeah.
And you got the mushrooms, didn't you?
Yeah,
of course.
God
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were up all night and then crashed out during the day?
Exactly, yeah, Molly and fucking everything else. Yeah.
What is it about fish that brings in that drug?
I guess like the long jams that the Molly makes it feel, and them coming in and out of songs. Like, they're coming back to it.
Is Molly even a thing anymore? Do the young people do it?
Yeah, still very popular, yeah.
But at these electronic things.
I've had 2 Molly experiences, and the first one was the second one. Let me tell you, I was touching a lot of people, but I didn't really understand that I was happy. Like I still felt normal, but I was acting like I was on Molly. I was like, I like the opposite. I like feeling good and acting normal. I don't want to. I got all the negatives and I'm positive. I'm touching everybody. They're looking at me weird. I just about myself.
What about you, Joe? Molly at all?
Yeah, I've done Molly. Yeah.
Recently?
In spring, early spring was the last time.
But he never brings any of these stories to work.
No,
You think he would
fucking roll-faced.
I would think it would be a fun story for you to help us with here,
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. You go to, it has to be a big event, a big party. It's not a drug you do just to hang out with people.
Right. You wouldn't want to sit around with 7 friends.
You wouldn't want to go to the bar, you mean, like just like hang out in a regular nighttime setting, or you would?
I mean, no. Whenever I've done it, it's always been for a big event, festival, big party.
If you were sober and somebody slipped you some Molly, would you be mad later, you think?
It depends on the Molly, I'll tell you that much.
All right, slip some weak stuff. Should be fine.
I think dosing anyone is always the strangest thing that you could possibly do. And I'm not saying anything about Bill Cosby. I'm just saying across the board.
Right.
It is a strange thing. I've decided to change your brain chemistry. It seems like it's worse than rape, you know?
But then to say, like, to tell them before it's kicked in, I think is funny. Like, by the way, you're going to be feeling really weird in a few seconds.
What? Oh my
Starting
God.
now.
I had a friend that used to sit, because we would go down to the beach and stuff, and he goes, hey, some nights what you guys ought to do is put acid in my mouth, so when I wake up I'll be fucking tripping and I won't understand why. And I'm like, I don't want to be part of that.
Oh my
I don't want to
God.
fucking be part of that.
Who would want to experience that?
This motherfucker.
That is so needy too, because that means you have to watch him. Now he's just giving you fucking chores all day.
You gotta like set your alarm early too for that.
Oh, fuck
That
you.
is a terrible thing when you got to babysit anybody on acid and explain to them, dude, that's just a siren in the distance. That's all you're hearing. We're in New York and you're hearing a siren. You know? They're not coming here. You've heard sirens before.
That feels so real.
I know, because I've done it so many fucking times. I'm like, it's just Italian ice. That's all. We're just having Italian ice now. Because your trip is like, no matter who decides to go sideways, everyone has to follow that. You just can't let them go out there alone.
Right.
You know? Because you can't feel good. You're just like, fuck that dude. No. Let him run down the street. You know, then the rest of your time, like, I wonder, you don't think he's dead, do you? You can't let any of those concepts fucking. And like, if you have a friend, like, it'll be like 10 of you tripping, and one of them will go like this: "Are we dead?" And you just go, "No, don't start that shit. Don't let that in this fucking place."
We're not going down that path.
One of the best books I read in 2014 was The Power of Now. If you want to be a good druggie, you gotta learn. Power of Now teaches you how to control your brain, because your brain, if you let your brain go wild, it'll take you down that path. But then you turn it off.
Right.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't. It also is a good self-help book to actually improve your lives. But
That's a secondary purpose.
Right. But the Power of Now is a great point, because you do have to take some responsibility of where your thoughts are going. And the amount of people who don't think that they're responsible for their thoughts or their feelings is amazing.
Yes.
You know? And I mean, all of us get there all the time where you're like, I feel sad. I don't know why. I'm going to be bitchy to everybody else.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
So if they don't take responsibility for their their thoughts, and they definitely don't take responsibility for their actions.
Right.
So just sit there. And you're like, why am I dating you?
Yeah. But you ever notice, like, even like, by the way, any kind of craziness, it's never a good thing. Like in a movie, sometimes a crazy person seems like they have fun. But in real life, no one ever fucking hears voices that tell them like fun things or funny things or positive. It's always negative. You know, it's always negative.
That's why I envy people. I've started to envy the happy, because some of them are stupid. I mean, that's a ratio. But then some people actually wake up in the morning and work at it every day.
Right.
I am going to be happy today. And they decide to do it, and they fucking succeed every day. Those people are just disciplined warriors to me.
You know, Marty Short is the perfect example of that, because, I mean, when you read about his life, it's really tragic. But he's like, I want to be Teflon and I want to bring joy to the world. When you take comedy and you take it serious enough of, oh, this is not just a self-indulgent thing, or I'm not doing this to make my fucking dick feel big, but you're doing it to bring service to people. It's a whole different deal. It's a whole different deal.
Absolutely.
It suddenly becomes mystical, you know? It becomes like a kind of a beautiful thing that some people are able to deliver that way. But it's just as easy, like in Star Wars, to just start to use it for, you know, dark purposes.
But this thing I love about stand-up is, like, sometimes you'll be on stage and you have like an idea of a joke. Like, I don't know what it exactly is, but I'm going to get to it. I'm having a conversation. I'm starting here. I'm going to eventually get there. And in trying to bring up what I want to talk about, I accidentally reveal something honest about myself. Right. And that happens to be the thing I actually usually keep. And that's the thing when you surprise everybody, like, oh, I can't believe you think that's funny and you accept it and it's real, but that was so real. And oh my God, you know, that's I don't know. That's real human connection, I think, when you laugh with somebody.
Right. Because you're not not going to accept it unless they realize it's in themselves, and they've been afraid to accept it. So, and accepting you for whatever that feeling or impulse is, they accept themselves. It's kind of crazy.
Now, do you think that you can tell when another comedian is in that place of service, like when they connect to the audience? Do you think that you can tell that from the audience? Or
from
is
the
that,
audience themselves?
Yeah, like, is that just something of the way it motivates one person? Or do you think that you can see it and feel it, like, outwardly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell when a comedian is, this is the two terms, not so much helping people, but there's a needy comic and then there's like a great comic who feeds the audience.
Right.
And you can tell the energy of like when a needy comic left the stage and those crowd is leaving, they're dragging their feet.
Right.
They're slowly paying the checks. They're just like, some of them are running out like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But but if you got somebody who's really great and fed the audience, you see them, they're walking out, they're making up plans to do next. What you want to do next? What high five and they smile. That's a very, and once you notice a needy comic, you can't unnotice those people.
Right.
You know, you get like, oh God, and you got to leave the room.
But yeah, even funny people can end up using the audience as a therapist, and it's fucking, it's wrong. It's really, it's fucking, it's a strange thing to do, but to connect, it's not that far different. You know what I mean? It's basically intention, I think, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the intention of where you're going with your material. Chris, you got any, Molly? Because this would be the time that we all did.
I don't have any on me.
Yeah. You got your virtual reality stuff
Yeah, I got
ready to go?
the Google Cardboard.
Virtual reality, is that like a game or is that a girl?
Yeah.
Or is that?
This is all it is. This little piece of cardboard here he's into now. And you can take your phone, put these things in, and you're in virtual reality. Go ahead.
No.
Hook him up with something. Seton Smith is with us. He's going to be at the Mysteryland Festival in Bethel, New York, this Friday, June 10th. I feel like going up for this, too. I feel like just getting out of the city.
I know.
And just dancing around in the woods with a bunch of people in Bethel.
I got to get a tent.
But then CISO, he's going to be on Night Train, June 30th, on Twitter, at Seton Smith, SetonSmith.com. I wasn't joking about this, too. Seton's name gets brought up anytime comedy is talked about.
Oh, wow.
And I know that you're saying you're working on some projects and how frustrating that is, but it's weird when something gets in the zeitgeist that somebody is happening, and I get the feeling something's going to bubble through. Well, Melania, you were terrific on. You were just,
oh man, thanks, dude.
You made that look as comfortable as your stand-up. You just walked out and it was great.
No, it was. I mean, Melania and I don't know, similar. I don't know what we really understand each other. Like as soon as we read, when I did the audition, it was like lucky to me. But then we did the screen test. I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're going for, and it was just clicked. I've never had that before. That
was a show that whatever the timing, it just didn't line up because it felt like it was 2 beats away from being a runaway hit. You guys getting 8 years.
I agree. It was honestly, I don't know if you believe in mystics, but Mercury retrograde. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
We came out during Mercury retrograde,
right.
And that Mercury retrograde, if y'all don't know on the radio, is when the universe for like 2 weeks, all your plans and schedules and shit just kind of go awry.
Oh, your phone, your computer, just something. Seems like fucks up.
Yeah.
And, you know what's funny? Like the ancient Greeks would have paid attention to that and not brought in a new show. All right, what do you got for him, Chris?
This will be flying around New York City.
All right, you're ready to fly around. All you do is put your head up to it, and you're going to be in this little cardboard thing with a telephone, and off you go. All right, you ready, Chris?
Buffering.
All right, we're buffering.
All right, it's buffering.
Yeah. All right.
We haven't locked down the technology.
Yeah,
It's not perfect.
We're not done.
All right, I've now put the headset on my head.
Yeah.
It is
You can move your head around to see where other shit is.
Okay, now I'm moving my head around. Okay. Okay, I'm about to take flight. That's some credits. This is dope. I actually like this. I'm flying. Oh, shit. Oh, this is really dope, actually. I actually have changed my mind completely on this.
That's how I felt.
I am now full of shit. This is the most amazing thing. Oh, I'm going to buy this right now. Going on. Oh, my God.
I had the same experience yesterday where when I saw that cardboard thing, I was like, that's so silly.
It's stupid, but who invented the cardboard thing?
That's Google. That's a Google Cardboard. That's what they created for.
But is it anything but Cardboard?
Like there's a little lens, like
I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded by white people. No, white people. This is amazing. Oh, I'm buying this today. How much was this?
$15.
$15. 15. 1-5.
Yes.
Where?
Google it.
I feel like this is a commercial. Where can I get this? I'm going right now. This is the black version, obviously. They wouldn't put this on pop stations. But this is so dope. I'm going to order this. You think they have to shelve this at like a gypsy stand somewhere, right? Is it iPhone?
That's a Samsung, but it works with iPhones too. It works with any phone.
You just download those things and they're free, right?
All the content's free on it. Yeah.
there's like a couple apps that have like the specific virtual reality, like.
And there's hundreds of YouTube videos that are shot in like 360 degrees.
Oh my God.
And that you're in music videos, you're fucking jumping out of planes. Or
now, where is this going to be 5 years from now if this is cardboard now?
I have no idea.
Potential.
Vito could have been all over this.
In your face. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to get off. I got to be professional.
Isn't it
stop for a second. That was amazing.
We all just had the same experience. Like, I thought that when I saw it, I thought, well, there's the dumbest thing Chris has gotten into. But you went out and bought a full headset.
Yeah,
yesterday.
now I bought, I've discovered that yesterday. I bought a Samsung VR headset. It only works with Samsung phones, but that's like the lower end Oculus Rift. Oculus Rift is the number one. That's the one that
and that's
Facebook
like you're not
bought.
using your phone. It's its own weird.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's its own virtual reality. It's what Facebook owns them now. They bought them for like a couple $2 billion because they apparently realized this is where everything's gonna
Facebook
happen.
says the future of Facebook is VR, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're putting all their time and money into.
And what's going to happen then?
I don't know. I mean, that's obviously how fucking movies and television is going to turn into, where you're in the fucking movie.
When people would say that, when people would say that before yesterday, when I tried that thing, when people would say, "Oh, you know, movies, every form of entertainment is going to be in this kind of virtual," I was like, no way. And then I was messing with that yesterday, and I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
We're going to experience that, and the people who were before that time are going to go, this is really weird, I'm creepy, I miss watching regular movies. But young people are not going to.
I know.
You know, if you're introduced to that form of technology as a way to be entertained,
yeah,
you're not going to go backwards. It's not going to go backwards.
Yeah, I'm actually really bored with my flat screen. That could just, I mean, on a car trip, I mean, that's just
not while you're driving.
Not while I'm driving, but I could be like, yo, kid, take the wheel. Dad's gotta.
But you know what this kind of makes me feel good about is like when we get to be elderly, we'll just be sitting with these things on our head.
Yeah.
You know, you won't care what your body can do or not. You're just like, well, I'm traveling, but on the moon. You know, and I'm just sitting there.
That is just
yeah.
All right, I'm ordering that immediately. Sorry, my girl. I was actually ordering on my phone, then my girl just texted me, "Hey, the dog threw up on the floor." Well, now you took me out of my joy. Now I gotta.
You're like, let me back into this virtual reality world.
I definitely need that thing now.
Dude, it was great meeting you. I hope we can do this again sometime.
Please invite me back. I didn't know this was so cool.
All right, man. Seaton's going to be performing Friday, June 10th at Mysteryland Festival in Bethel, New York. SeatonSmith.com for tickets and additional dates. Night Train. He's on CISO. That premieres June 30th. Wyatt Cenac and at Seaton Smith on Twitter. Best of luck to you, my friend. Wish you all good things.
This was great.
And at 4 o'clock, we're doing our GPS show.
Yeah, that's on channel...
Music of Memphis, channel 27.
The Minneapolis is going to be GPS Minneapolis, and that's channel 27 on Deep Tracks at 4 p.m.
All right, there you go. And then the rest of you, we'll see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!